Alright, nigga, I changed some shit up, and now we in a different scene. Now, the setup went from, what y'all just seen, to Hanako is the main character, and Lily. I was just going to get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way. Well, this is quite lucky. I was just about to the convenience store myself. Looks like I'll be in your care again. Thanks. Together we walk into the chai shit. Without further ado, we make our way inside. Greetings, mind if I tag along? Usually Hanako will help me, but seeing she's not here, it takes a moment before I realize what she means. Considering she wouldn't be able to read any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she'd had this idea. I said I was coming here. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I grabbed two well-used red baskets from the small stack. She lays it on the ground, putting her school bag and retracting her cane, sliding it through the basket's handles before picking it back up in her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane, before I can complete the thought, she comes beside me and pitches a couple of my earphones on her fingers. Is this alright? Sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can't think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me, even if it's out of necessity. Bro, come on. Lock in, bro. You're helping somebody who literally is disabled. Lock in, bro. We navigate our way through the store, but now one of the occasional customers seem to be bad at eyelid. Considering how close Yamaku is, I guess seeing students from this school might be entirely normal for the locals. Yeah. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily and find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for and put our items into their respective baskets. I guess it's the same routine she and Hanako follow every day. Right, and that's everything that's left is the bread. That should be some shopping done. Do you need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. The line is thankfully almost non-existent. Easy, Lily retrieves her cane and extends to the full length. I wait a minute before looking up. For a moment, I try to make out the skies with my breath. The heat doesn't seem there. Eventually, she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving. You tired as well? The festival preparations have been complete playoffs, so yeah. Crazy. Better now than later, right? I suppose. I'm just gonna enjoy relax. Yeah. I guess the festival preparations maybe take a toll on both of them. We walk out into the quiet street. What's that? I notice a very distinctive figure walking towards us, silhouetted. For a second, I think it's another male student from my class, but as he, or should I say, she gets closer, I quickly recognize her. Ren, what are you doing out here so late? Ren. Lily pricks her head like she's trying to focus on something more neatly. It suddenly comes to me that I probably shouldn't interrupt the scene for her. It's Ren Tezuka. I think it was her last name from our school. He stiffens at the name and gives a complicated-looking expression, something a little like forced fusion of composed smile and painful cringe. I understand. I guess Lily knows Ren too. Ren turns and looks at us terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure if she recognizes either of us. At least she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie or a statue of a zombie, but slowly some symptoms of understanding seem to light in her eyes. This is something she must react to. Ren blinks once very doubtfully. Hello. There is an awkward pause. Everyone waiting for us. What are you doing here this late? I was wondering about that myself just now. Some people asked that just before. I assumed they were wondering the same. I didn't know that didn't know. That's what I'm wondering. So that was pretty much it. It's unmurdered mystery without a murder. They were going that way. She turns facing to the right. What? For a person who gives the impression of being a quiet type and usually does give a lot of words. She's finished. I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. Yeah, I don't even know what she just said to me. Lack of reaction is a face for an adult. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression over her blank face. She seems to be that kind of person, always so relaxed, as if bull elephant gray sedatives were flowing in her veins at the pace of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though. No, I don't think it's that. The other passerby were probably just worried, though you do really look lost. The way you're standing in the middle of the street. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some kind of other pose in that case. I wonder for a while whether I should chase this angle further or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I decide on the latter. It seems that most of the time it's better to not read too deeply into what Ren is babbling about. Talking with Ren is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with a human interaction. And even if I win, it feels like losing. Damn, it's just like Kenji said, even if we win, I lose. Is the power of girls' life. Now push the thought aside, it's too dangerous to consider further. It's probably just Kenji's anti-female propaganda getting to me during a moment of weakness. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So anyway, you have no idea what you're doing here. Q5 looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give. I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of idea, though. That sounds like progress, at least. It sounds as if she spotted an opening for some kind of discernible notification. I can't. I share her optimism. Yeah, there is some. Definitely, the rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons. The ensuing silence kills the lily hope all too visibly that it says it lasts long. Friends, as far as I could tell, unbased assurance aside, what should be done? We could just leave her own devices. What the fuck ever, bro. Oh my god, you just can't make this shit up. I'd appreciate some support from the silence here, especially if she's more familiar with Ren than I am. So I assume we were going somewhere, not coming back to school. Any idea where? Her eyes widen in shock as she jolts back in a somewhat artificial way, making it seem like in rehearse for a situation like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique? No, what? Why would you think that? You knew what I was doing. If you were going to school, we would have met you on the way. Oh, she looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Ren appears quick to jump to completely irrational conclusions. What the fuck is wrong with her? Maybe it's something in the water here. I make a mental note to stock up on soft drinks. You know that is the second time this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Ren shrugs her shoulders. You know, maybe you should come back with us to school. And the judges. Badly discussed. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, then there's no point in saying. Ren considers the represented deduction for a moment with the nods. Okay. Looking like a mix of a sleepwalker and a rope dancer while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping the ground with her cane. Step, step, step. Far from the few fragmented pieces. So how's the mural going? We are going to get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Bad luck. She doesn't care to talk about it. At least politeness feels out of place for the first time. I don't even know what's going on no more. Aside from my traveling companion, for a moment she seems to debate whether she should even bring it up or go as always. Is everything alright? Alright, how do you mean? The fact I can't interpret how incredibly vague question puts off. It's just, you seem unusually tired, I guess. As she brings it up, I notice that my breathing is strangely heavily. I just guess my condition is the best these days. Oh, is this something related to you being transferred here? I mean, it cuts herself off rather abruptly, maybe realizing that she was being intrusive. If it's silly, I don't mind. I'm just a little weak from time being. Hanako said you look very healthy, so I naturally thought. Lily doesn't finish the sentence again. As she furrows her brows, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say at least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she is this flustered considering how straightforward her attitude is. No, it's okay. I have a pretty, messed up heart arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago. Because of it, I spent most of the time in the hospital. Ended up in Yamaku on a doctor's orders. She suddenly nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even more. To my surprise, in a moment's time, her face shows that she comes to some sort of realization. Wait, so that time when Amy and you collided in the hallway, I guess slightly her ability to connect the dots quite so fast is unexpected. Yeah, I guess I'm a textbook example of why those rules about running in the corridors exist. That was a lot more dry than I intended. This is really be dry away from the potato topping. While I do want to assuage her, I do want to sausage her. I do want to sausage her facts. I really don't want to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I'll try to offer reassurance. Arriving at the dorms, Ren stops in front of her mule as if lightning struck her. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Friday 18th. This is bad. Bad why? I think I'm gonna go in the fetal position and throw a possible in reverse order. What? Is something wrong? No, nothing is Friday and nothing is wrong yet. The mural is going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs or a time machine? This is not. She's behind on the schedule. Recalling she's in there since. Oh my god. So, unless she can pull off whatever she said. Rain keeps staring at her reload, looking as mortified as she can. Leave me. I'm going to need to work for a while. I glanced at Lily, expecting her to share an incredulous look at me. Leave me. We do, of course, not wanting to aggravate her any more than she already is. There was a churning bad feeling in my gut. Ren sure has a knack of making people feel worried about her. She seemed like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call someone. She sounded like she was going into shock or something. I'm sure she would be just fine. She's just, how to say, really cocks her head a little to find a polite way of calling Ren crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a very unique person. I guess you could say that. She giggles at the notion, mellowed out obviously. Sorry about leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. Or somehow, as if she was sorry that she has her own shortcomings have prevented her from becoming closer to Ren. I'm not one to blame her at all. Lily lets it slip along. Yeah. I'd better leave now and give these to Hanako. Thank you for the company, Hisayo. She smells very sweetly. Type shit. I'd say that's just probably relief over getting rid of Ren, maybe. Yeah, good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night. Alright. We changed a little something. It changed. Man, right, yeah, you cool, bro. Shout out to Mewtwo. All that changed is I didn't pass out this time. Alright. New decision. Oh, no. Tight shit. Let me head to the library. I'm trying to read some books, Nick. I need to upgrade my literature skill. Let's do it. Alright, boom. Like the smell of the library. Right, phone them. Once again, she is sitting on the beanbag chair. My target. Target acquired. Is this the same book as before? Yes, I'm almost finished. Cool. I wonder if I should. Do you mind if I borrow it when you're finished? My mouth is fastened to my mind. Sure, you may not like it, but I'm sure it can't be that bad after all. You've stuck with it, haven't you? I guess. I'll settle into the beanbag, said about what I'm reading. So I see Lily left you. She nods before taking her eyes off. She must really not be into it after all. Lily said she had to go and meet somebody. Akira, her sister. Sister, I haven't heard her talk about her family. She and Akira used to live together. I thought all the students lived in dorms. We don't have to. But it's easier, right? There's food. Her badly hidden smile proves quite rewarding. In the back of my mind... Wait, what did I say? But it's easier too. There's food here and you're closer to school. I don't think I've ever been to class on time so often in my life. Her badly hidden smile proves quite rewarding. In the back of my mind, I know I have a bit of homework to catch up on, but it's quite comfortable in here. No one can find me and force me into working for their pet project either. Peep how we changing scenes, cause nigga, last time we was helping with all the projects, and now he's talking shit about it. Talking about nobody can help me with it. Oh wow, that's pretty funny. Nice. No, now that I'm thinking about the festival, another question comes. Hey Hanako, what are you doing for the festival? Tight shit for a split second. I think that Hanako is about to throw her book in the air from shock. Sorry, I was just asking what you're doing for the festival tomorrow. Anything planned? Cook, nigga, cook. Jab step, behind the back, tweet, snatch back, tweet, snatch back, behind the back, snatch back, tweet, snatch. Oh my God, he almost fell. One more move. All right. He found me. Hold on. Ball up top, right? Hold on. Check ball. Pump fake between the legs. Behind the back, between the legs, snatch back, side step, shot. Wait, what happened? What did I say? Nigga, go back. I don't know how to go answers in a way that people do when they don't want you to ask any more questions. I take it a large crowds of music. I really heard things. Oh, okay. Change the subject. So, what's Lily's sister like? Nigga, what? She's nice. She's pretty like Lily, but she dresses business-like. She's always wearing a suit. And that makes her less pretty somehow. Hanako gives an embarrassed shake of her head. No, just different. I'll admit, this has got me intrigued to hear Hanako talk about someone other than Lily as a first and be complimentary about it too. But as I try to picture this mysterious sister, all I can think of is Lily in this suit, and I can't imagine that not being attractive, not at all. Well, one day you'll have to introduce me there. Okay. Our brief conversation ends abruptly as it started. We're both returned to our novels. The passage of time is marked only by the gradual movement of the patch of light and the cast of the... Okay. I feel myself now. I do okay. I might stay here a little longer. Looking at Hanako's book, I can see that she is only a few pages away from completing it. For a moment, I consider hanging around until she finishes, but once again, my stomach turns, emitting a grudging sound. Sure thing. Well, I'm going to head off before it gets dark. I'll see you around, okay? Okay, see you, Hisaya. Thank you for hanging out with me. I can see how hard it was for her to get that simple sentence out. I love the quiet ones. My bad. I was having out of mind. Drop down on the veteran and try to earn your fucking strikes. Take your thoughts out trapping in the daytime. Pussy can't trap at night. Go back to that room, turn that laser demo on, nigga. After that, put on that drink, put on that YB. Ooh, they know that I'm bugging. Try to. And they know that I'm young. Try to do me so. 16 had money. I swear I grew up stuck. Come on, bro. Alright, wake up. Usual. This nigga being weird. Except I get to eat this time, nigga. As expected of blind people, what? Besides, I thought you were also... He holds up his hand and interrupts me. Legally. Oh my god, bro. Here we go. I can't see the future of mankind. They are everywhere. His fingers, his scarf nervously... This nigga's wearing a scarf in broad daylight during the fucking summer. This nigga's a weirdo, bro. I'm real tired of Virgin Cool. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in a safe haven and then knock the lights out. Yeah, I'm tired of Virgin Coon, bro. Skip that shit. A plastic bag of Toyoku. People come and go with children and company. Hold on, they don't want me to skip? Why am I not skipping? They should go skip to the system. It's kind of easy. Nevertheless, let's do it. Where is Hanako? Release stall is a good place to start, isn't it? Easily twice as wide, isn't it? Okay. So I'm at Lily's stall. It doesn't take me long to notice Lily among them talking with the teacher as she quickly counts out the boxes and packets with her fingers. Why the fuck would they have her Yo, bro, they're going the fuck to hell, gang. Sorry about that. We were having a few problems. What would you like? It takes me a second to remember what I had come here from. My eyes quickly got to the side. Oh, I guess a miso soup. Ah, is that Hisayo? Yep, looks like you're pretty busy. Her face all but confirms that she drops her waitress facade. Somewhere along the line, our order got mixed up. We're trying to fix it now, but it looks like we only have half of what we need. When serving smaller portions come over, probably. It seems like that's what we'll have to do, though. I wish we didn't. That's what I did. See about 8. I'll take. It's what. I'll take it. That's why your teacher left. That's why she's going to try and round up a few more classmates to help. Hear the sound of footsteps behind me. Here's the money for the soup. Soup, alright, coming up. Lily turns to call for a bowl and so soup as I hand over the money for it. Taking the coins in her palm, I can't help but notice how effectively she counts it out with her long, pale fingers. Eventually satisfied that I've handed over the correct change, puts it into a small metal tray. It isn't long before the soup is made and carefully handed to her, after which she subsequently passes it to me. I'll come back to drop off the bowl. Thank you, Hisayo. Oh, there's one more thing. Have you seen Hanako? No, not today. She was a small side of the jet this morning. I was just wondering what she was doing for the festival. You'll come back when you're done, then. Sure, I'll keep an eye out for Hanako. Thank you, Hisayo. That's who I'm looking for. I doesn't look impressed at all, and I can't really blame her. On top of her issues with her stall, she seems to be worried about Hanako. I can't really help with the former, so I guess the only way to help is by trying to take her mind off her shy mutual friend. But really, don't worry about Hanako, I'll go find her. I can see you. Thanks, Hasayo. If you see anyone from my class, can you tell them to come back here, please? Will do. Have a good one, and make sure you take a break, okay? I will. You see that. Thank you. Alright. Whew. Okay, we at the library. Head jumps in a little shock before slowly peeping over the partition. Hisayo? Hey, Lily's pretty busy. She sent me to find you. Oh, do you want to sit down? Actually, I'm feeling a little hungry. Would you like to come get something to eat with me from on the stands? I brought food, so I shouldn't be surprised, but it was worth a try. Expecting her to go outside today was a long shot. How about we eat in the tea room? I passed by it on the way there. There was no one around. We can make some food there and it would be a little more comforting, would you say? Sure, let's go. Good to go? Yeah.
Bobbity! Master Bobbity, get him! Master Bobbity, no!
Shout out to the Majin Saga, nigga. Jax, what? I don't know. It looked like you were tripping over something. People are thrusting their face on the floor. It's nothing. You know, you say it's nothing like that. People are inspired to ask further questions. For a second, I don't think she's going to answer. Prepared to leave it be, I almost set off walking again when it's a game. A game? Do you see the floor here? What a bizarre question. The floor just looks like any other floor cover. Nothing noteworthy. Yeah, what about it? Sometimes when there's no one around, I only step on the dark ones. Hanako's voice trails off. Her explanation continues until I can barely see her voice over the roaring silence of the empty halls. Darker ones? Shuffling her feet, Hanako points to the toe at the shoe tile. It's barely a shade darker than that, like those ones. So these are good. So these are no good. I point out a nearby tile. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I see. You play this game a lot? Hanako shakes her head. Just when the halls are empty. She nods. Well, then no point in stopping. I'm getting really hungry. Yeah, I was getting the promo a little more enthusiasm. Well, let's go. He's paying a little less attention to the floor. Just how lonely does someone have to be to come up with a game like that? What? We gonna break that loneliness right now, nigga. Would you like some tea? That would be great, thanks. It occurs to me that this is the first time I've been alone with Hanako without her trying to be somewhere else. Turning from the window, I watch as she makes a simple tea. Cheesing. I'm cheesing. Every time she turns around not looking me in my eyes, I'm cheesing. I think I know why you like this room now. I don't know what you mean. There are quite a few people out there, but in here, it's like another world. You can't pretend like there's no one around for miles. You're right. It's like the world has forgotten about this room. And because of that, you can't forget about the outside. That would be appealing in some cases. As far as I can tell, conventional bullying doesn't exist in the school. But then again, I haven't seen a single person talk to Hanako besides Lily. But if you're ignored by the world, a place where you can forget about its existence will hold a special appeal. That's a good point. And it's like this room gives you some kind of complete freedom. Yeah. Say, do you play chess? Chess? I played a bit, I guess. I take it you've played before. A little. Without saying anything, Hanako moves one of the cupboards and digs out a small chess set. Do you want... Sure, why not? Oh, but she doesn't seem to mind it. Rearrange the pieces. I want to know more. I like them mysterious. For sure. You're not bad at this, are you? An honest appraisal of her technique is pretty good, but several times I was able to exploit her lack of prediction. I pick up a piece and examine it. It looks relatively new, yet worn for its age. I guess not. Does Lily play? The absence of Hanako answer causes me to think about that question a bit. This is the first time I played against someone other than her, or she cuts herself off abruptly, leaving the answer in the air. Someone she knew before coming to Yamaku, maybe? Well, then I'm honored to have played against you. Can we play again? As if we were cutting off my own head. She asked as if she were asking me to cut off my own head. The spirits of competitors gotten into her. Sure, then don't expect me to go easy on you just now. Not that I was before. She seems to appreciate the competitiveness. Same here. Lily! Oh, hey there, Lily. Are you finished up? You both are here? Wonderful. At any rate, our teacher made us to round up some extra help, so I was able to leave. How long have you been? Pretty much. We've just been playing a bit of chess. Would you like a cup of tea? Actually, I think it may be a good idea to go outside for a little while. The instant drop in Holocaust face shows her objection to this plan. I feel strangely compelled. Plainly in view on her face, but Lily can't see. I kind of think we should just stay here. Really? It's so crowded here that I was thinking we should leave the school and head for the local tea house. You mean Shanghai? Of course, with everyone at the festival, it should be practically empty. Tea house? Oh yeah, that's right. You probably don't know about it. There's a tea house not far from here where everyone goes so often. Sounds like a plan, Hanako. What do you think? Hanako jumps a little bit at being forced into the conversation, but at least she seems less distraught than before. If it's Shinigami, I think it'll be nice. Yep, then it's settled. Let's be on our way. Hanako will not rise from the table. Okay. Shout out to Lily for the clutch. Up. Shout out to Lily for the clutch up. Okay. She put me on. Oh, they doing fireworks? Hold on. Alright, now we gotta go though. Hanako not comfortable in big crowds. The minutes together along the road, not avoiding the occasional gaze from curious pedestrians, appear to completely sap half her constitution. She rarely raises to the girl in front of her, nor does she utter a word. Shit. Lily, on the other hand, maintains her prima persona just as she does at school. It's obvious she purposely puts effort into her appearance rather than hiding it, as Hokuko does. It's striking how different they are in a way of holding themselves outside of Yamaku's grounds. That said, it's obvious in both their cases they do visibly change. Everyone is special, which negates the specialness of it. But once you venture outside of the generic label, especially when they are still in school uniform, it's like hanging a sign around your neck challenging people to figure out what is wrong with you. I'm surprised that so many students keep it on. Then again, with canes and wheelchairs common among the students, I guess it's not really that much of a giveaway. Or maybe I'm the one who sees this as a stigma. Maybe you should get used to it after all. Maybe you get used to it after a time like any other school uniform. Hanako hadn't steered Lily into the entrance. I would have continued on down the road without ever knowing it existed. Inside the tea house, it takes on a more traditional feel, but the most striking feature of the room is the lack of life. I can faintly hear something bubbling away in the background. Without any direction, we simply wait near the entrance, politely obeying the "please wait to be seated" sign. Or is this place closed or something? Bro, is that the librarian? Is that Yuko? The sound of the chair falling over echoes throughout the entire room. A head overshoots from the booth. I wasn't asleep. Welcome to Chicago. Yuko, dressed in a pastel apron. She maybe rushes over to greet us, and Miss Lion glances and ruffled hair cast suspension on her previous statement. But whether she was asleep or not isn't the first question that leaps just to my mind. You work here now? What happened to the library? What? Lily? Iseo? Welcome to Shigalai. So wake up tricks to the part about dislodging her glasses in the process. Oh, my glasses. As I pick up her spectacles off before Lily offers an explanation. Yuko works here part-time as well as the library. It's one of the reasons we like to come here. Her glasses off from her head, shakingly puts them back on. Yeah, that's right, thanks. Shall I show you to your table? There's no one else here, so you can choose the table and order whatever you like. But there may be a delay. I will have to make it myself. It's alright, Yuko. Just a pot of black tea and a plate of sandwiches will be fine. Right, I'll get right on to that. Yuko hurries off to the cafe, leaving us standing at the entrance. She pushes the swinging half doors open before realizing she has to seat us. I'm sorry, please stay wherever you like. I'll be right back. To the nearest booth as Hanako follows. As I begin to sit down, I realize how appropriate this place is for Hanako. The high back booth's totally separate from you and the rest of the room, and it doesn't look like it gets all that many customers. All of the furnishing from the cushions on the benches. Okay. Nice date spot. Lily put me on game. So he say, "Oh, I didn't know you played chess." Well, I'm not very good, but I do know how to play. I suppose that's the obvious question. Who won? Lily's innocent smile makes me hesitate. I don't really want to look like I'm lording my victory over Hanako. He say, "Yo, did." Yes, but not by much. Damn, saying that out loud makes me feel like I've done something terrible. Well done, he said. You've accomplished something I've only ever failed at. Thanks, I haven't played in ages, so it just felt good to play again. Yes, it did. Hanako fidgets with her hair a little and looks away as she replies, but a small smile emerges. It's a little more extreme of a reaction than I expected, but still kind of cute in the Hanako way. It throws me off a little that only Yuko's cataclysmic re-entry shocks me back in the conversation. Are you alright, Yuko? Do you need a hand? I'm fine. I have to do this properly. It's my job. Concentration plays across her face while she stares at the tray in her hands as if simply its contents will hold them in place. Sadly, this doesn't prove all that effective, and the cups and saucers slowly dance around, occasionally clattering as they collide with one another. Taking great care, Yuko sets the tray down on the table with the subtlest of crashes. There, see? Well done. Thank you, Yuko. Yuko's head rockets down in her distinctive bow before answering. You're very welcome. Would you like to come join us? There's something else I'd like to discuss. So order. Yuko were discussing a pile of books when I finished Hanako. Something about Lily helping with the braille. Ah, yes. We didn't get to go through them, did we? Sorry, she sits down next to Hanako. Apparently, her dedication to this job only goes as far as her concentration. Once it's broken, she suddenly loses it. So is her will. Oh be in the library tomorrow afternoon if you'd like to try again. That sounds perfect. I'll meet you there after class. Lily. Oh dear, that's right. Tomorrow's Monday. How could I have forgotten? I'm starting to feel like a little left out of the loop and something. Well, perhaps we could come with some other arrangements. Yuko, you'll be in the library later in the week. Maybe, but this is already overdue. And there's some things I need. This might be a problem. Pause for a second, discover the answer. I wonder if we might be able to list of someone if we need be. To do what? You lost me quite a time ago. You volunteered to do something without even having the slightest idea of what is going on. If it's Hanako, I'm cool. It's whatever. I was helping Yuko sort the new Braille books in the library. But Hanako, I usually go shopping on Monday afternoon. It's quieter on that day on the weekend. Last week we couldn't go because I was busy with the festival. I managed to slip away later in the week, but Hanako couldn't make it. Well, since I can't read Braille, I'm assuming you'd like me to go shopping with Hanako? Correct. You'd be a great help to me the other day. I think I can handle that. Hanako, what do you think? If you wouldn't mind. Of course, I'm not still familiar with all the stores, so it sounds like a good idea. Okay. Now that we have that arranged, shall we have some tea? It's a tea! Now let me stop playing. Nigga, we might have to play some drink! Now let me chill. No drink yet. No drink yet. Hold on. We close to the drinky poo. It's all here. It's all right. I've got it since you've already made the tea and sandwiches. You fulfilled your waitress duties, right? I guess. You can relax a bit. A loud rumble can be heard about. I take it the show has started. Shit, it's Japan. They're not busting switches off. I ain't even get nervous. We in Japan, nigga. This not Chicago. Oh gosh, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's about to get a $190 million contract to $700 million contract possibly. Nigga, we gon' die on this motherfucking Hanako Hill. I already know it's hella niggas that was choosing other bitches. Hell no, we dying on this hill, nigga. I mean fuck it, other bitches, fuck it. Don't miss the show on my account. From what I've heard, this isn't a bad location to watch it from. With the exception of Lily, we rush into the window, a small treehouse. That's so crazy. She said, don't miss it on my account. I fuck with Lily. She definitely top tier. She's definitely top tier. Lily's cool. Lily's cool. I used to go to school with a blind nigga named Jake. And Jake was cool as hell, bro. Blind people are cool. If you meet a blind person that gets high, introduce me, for sure. That's gotta be a funny ass nigga. A nigga that can't see that's fried, cuz. That's gotta be a funny ass nigga, cuz. Thanks for today and tomorrow. That's okay. I don't think I could have faced the crowds either. On days like this, it's more relaxing to spend time away from everyone, don't you think? Yeah. Anyway, we've been delaying this tea for far too long. Let's get back. Sure. It's all for me in the motion. It's all for me in the motion. Yeah, it was great. I've never seen them put on such a show. It gets better every year. Tight shit. I'm trying to get to tomorrow. Nigga. Alright, so look. In the first save, right? Nigga. I had went with Lil Lolly bitch. On accident, right? In this save, 100% Hanako. The goat. I want to find out what happened with the birds and shit. Let's make some more. I forgot. Calm down, Yuko. It's nobody's fault. I take a sip from the cup just to prove the point. The tea isn't too bad cold anyway. It's like an iced tea. Really? Yes, really. If you add a bit of sugar, it's kind of nice. Are you sure? I'm positive. Now, why don't you sit down and we'll finish this together? Okay. Yuko doesn't seem too convinced, but sits down regardless. She carefully measures out about 5 teaspoons of sugar and adds them to the tea. I said a bit of sugar. I know, but I like my tea sweet anyway. Curiously, I peer into the cup as suspected. Hardly any of the sugar dissolves in the cold liquid. She stirs it twice before upturning the cup and drinking the contents, sugar and all. You're right, that's not bad at all. Or good. I look back to Lily and Hanako, both of them who had finished their meals, as I witnessed Yuko's personality in action. Not wanting to hold anyone up, I use her tactic and finish the remainder of my tea. Well, it seems we're all finished. Should we head back now, or do you want seconds? Yuko's expression shows that this is quite clearly not a good idea. I think that it would be best if we got back soon. If we had to get back before our curfew and all. Oh, that's a good point. I'll meet you tomorrow, Yuko. I'll be looking forward to it, Lily. Goodbye, everyone. Lily and Hanako once again take point, but under the cover of darkness, Hanako seems slightly less stressed than she did on the trip here. We move against the occasional group of people here and there. Outside the dorms, the school seems strangely quiet. Well then, thank you both for today. I think I learned a lot. You are most welcome, but I'm afraid that I really must be going. Today's been a long day. That's right, Lily spent a lot of day on her feet. I can't imagine that walking outside of a school would help pretty tired here. Yeah. Sure thing. I'll see you both tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Haseo. Night. Type shit. I go back to the crib. The hell is this? It's me popping my pills? Okay. That's Hanako. That's a little Hanako. So she's had the burn wounds for a while then. Yeah, because that's little Hanako. Right? Or is she just really small? It's fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, the animations at the end of these is cool as fuck. Did I just kiss her? Hide and seek. Oh, bro. My alarm blares into my ears, so I'm gonna be swiftly silenced by my fist. Yes, yay, nigga. We couldn't use none of that footage, nigga. This is basically a whole new play. I did this in Mass Effect 2, bro. This shit is so irritating when you fuck up on a save and you have to start over. Man, bro. I did it all on stream, thank God. Jeez, I was about to sit down, the door flies up, revealing a recipe. Yahoo, it's all over. Facts. Misha, still frozen in the doorway with her arms still in the air, nervously looks around. It's obvious she sensed the foul move but can't work out exactly what to do. Suddenly, she jerks forward. Hey. As she stumbles into the class, she reveals Shizune's arm still extended from where she shoved Misha. Thanks for the entertainment, but you shouldn't take your seats, type shit. Still slightly embarrassed, Misha takes a few seconds to realize what she has to translate. Or is she trying? She's not happy with you ditching us last week. We were really busy. Is that so? What about the stuff I already did for you too? She says that only counts for council members. Since you declined, she doesn't owe you anything. Misha leans closer and whispers conspiratedly into my ear. Actually, I think she's a little sore that you didn't spend the day with her. She's really thankful for your work last week, though. Seeing the sense that she is being talked about, Shizune lightly wraps her fingers on her desk until Misha turns around to face her. I can't understand any of the fast-paced signing that's going on, but from Shizune's slightly embarrassed expression, Misha's poorly contained laughter, I can guess. While this exchange is happening, the door opens once again, time at much. That's what we're looking for. Hanako quietly enters behind them and pulls the door closed. Peering out from under her hair, she quickly scans the classroom. Our eyes meet and she suddenly stiffens. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and then walks over to my desk. Good morning, Hisayo. Morning, Hanako. You're a little late, aren't you? I was talking to Lily about today. So you've got her listening? We can leave straight after classes. Sure. I'm looking forward to it. Hanako briefly flashes her embarrassed smile and then hurries off to her seat. Mewtwo simply gives us a list of exercises from the textbook and then sits back down. I totally forgot about the brief lunch period for a moment, which is banality of the day. Banality. As I am packing on my bag, Shizune flank Seihei-chan, it's still not too late to join up if there's a post-festival. Sorry, Misha, I've got plans. As if sensing the cue, Hanako appears behind me holding a small bag, trying to avoid eye contact with the outside world. Oh wow, she's pressing Lassa. You move fast, don't you, Ishan? We won't disturb your day any further. Behind the roaring Misha, I see Shizune taking far too little interest in the scene. Might be taking this the wrong way, but I think she's deliberately ignoring me. I feel a gentle tug at my shirt to see Hanako's eyes firmly fixed on the floor. Bless. Gotcha, Shizune Misha, I'll see you later. I'm still not interested in the council. Spoil sport. Misha and Shizune retreat into the hallway, happily signing into each other. Got all your stuff? Let's head off. Yep. Girl, I can't decide if I should stay and say I tried or I should leave and say goodbye. It's killing me inside. One thing I noticed is on the audience alone, for sure. And Hanako and I passed through the gates. I noticed that she closes the distance between us. Not enough to be considered close, but she certainly isn't at her usual, just a little far proposition. If I could just get next to you, I'd probably be alright. Nigga! Bryce Young, if he gets a receiver, I'm going crazy! What that nigga say in that D-Lo skit? Bro, I'm going fucking stupid next time we get on the court, nigga. He say, bro, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you for making me know. Next time we get on the court, I'm gonna go stupid. They gonna be like, it's 4 players on the court and a fucking dog. But it's just me, D-Lo. However, even though she hasn't moved a little bit closer to me physically, mentally she seems to have traveled a mile. Her hands clutched around the leather straps of her bag to the point of wearing her knuckles of her head down. She almost looked like she's being walked to the principal's office for the first time. I try to stifle a giggle at the thought but it's futile. What's the matter? I guess there's no point in hiding it. Sorry, for a second there it looked like you were getting in trouble. What do you mean? I think you need to relax a little. We're not going too far and it's only students around, right? Right. It bothers me a little to see Hanako so worked up. And you do this every week, don't you? Yes, with Lily. Of course, with Lily, I wonder, has she ever left school without her? It doesn't seem like at much at first glance, but Hanako's dependence on Lily is absurdly heavy. If she can't handle leaving the school without her, how could she have managed to survive if the two had never met? Would she have found someone else to latch on to? And what drew her to Lily? Was it her lack of eyesight, or was it Lily just kind enough to lend her a hand? I wonder if anyone would have fit the bill. Well, I'm here, besides we're not going far. It'll be over before you know it. Hanako's knuckles slowly regain their color as she tries to hide a small smile. But the effort of this seems to prevent further concentration. We travel side by side down the winding road towards the town. The crowd of the students thins as we continue along the sidewalk. Faster students rush ahead. Little ones fall behind, rarefying the crowd into nothingness. By the time we reach the convenience store, we're practically alone. Using me as a shield between herself and the attendant, Hanako moves through the narrow aisles, adding an assortment of items to her basket: bread, milk, tea, lime. What kind of convenience store sells herbs? Then again, nothing about this town seems normal. It's not such a bad thing in retrospect. Everything is so different, uncontrollable. Yeah, I think we had this already. Hanako throws one last item into the basket, then sheepishly holds it out to me. Could you please? It takes me a second to understand. You want me to pay for this? She nods but doesn't look up. I guess this task falls to Lily on the usual occasion. Sure, let me just grab a couple things. I grab a few essential items from my shelf and head for the counter with Hanako in close tow. The attendant gives me an indifferent nod as he scans the items. I suppose just ignoring us is one way to deal with the anomalies of Yamaku. They must also get a lot of students here, being the closest store to the school. The staff must have all their own way of dealing with us, maybe, but they don't. Maybe it's only who thinks twice about my unique schoolmates. Our transaction complete. Hanako and I headed back to the street. Uh-oh. The road is pretty much abandoned by now. The students that were heading out have already left. Nobody has started returning just yet. And with only the school ahead of the road, there doesn't seem to be anyone else around. The emptiness certainly reflects on Hanako. Her arms are by her sides, carrying a bag. Her head no longer bowed and back to the upright position. It's almost as if she were enjoying this walk. So why are all these things weird? Mixed spice? Why would you need that in school? I sometimes like to make food. Well, yeah, I saw do I, but spices? It's a little more advanced, don't you think? No, really. Well, I think it's cool. You'll have to teach me one day. Sure. She doesn't seem to have all that, but she doesn't seem to have all that, sure, but pushing that point doesn't seem all that wise. At the very least, she seems a great deal happier than she did on the walk here. That alone makes me feel a little happier. Right. Outside the girls' dorm, Hanako and I sort our baskets with our respective purchases. In comparison, my things look possibly plain. I'll tell you, you're putting me to shame here. No, I'm not. I'm only joking. I have a stack of homework that I skipped last week, so I must leave now. Will you be alright getting to that room? Yeah, sure. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. We part ways and I return to my dorm. I tried to keep up with my studies. I was in the hospital, but some things totally unprepared. I popped the top of a can of a drink and get to work. Go. 369. I awaken covered in sweat. My body starts leaving their dorms for breakfast. It's not even 8 yet. I feel like this is going to be one of those unpleasant, tranquil, warm ones. If I weren't at school and considered every absence for class as a sign of life-threatening situation, I'd consider skipping the whole day and just relaxing in school gardens. Yes, today would be genuinely a lazy day. I stopped in mid-switch and considered the nurses warning about exercise. Maybe I should have kept up with those morning jogs. Running with someone like Amy might have been a little testing, but if it worked at my own pace, who am I kidding? I couldn't stick to something like that without some kind of motivation. It's not like I sit around all day. The walk from the convenience store counts as exercise, right? Especially the walk back up the hill. Yeah, it's no big deal compared to the months lying in the hospital bed. I'm getting plenty of exercise. This nigga, bro, you could foreshadow other decisions too? Okay. It seems that I'm not alone in my appreciation of the day. Nearly every member of the class is getting through the window into the tranquilizing sky. A steadiness Shizune seems to lack her usual vigor of schoolwork. Misha as brazen as ever with her what? She's now sticking her tongue out at me. She shows no signs of halting her efforts, nor is she trying to hide the fact. Nigga, excuse me? Oh, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot outside. It's getting cold outside. I might have to what's up? Hey there, Hanako. What can I do for you today? Hanako already had a lunch bag ahead. I don't have to be a detective to worry about where this is going. Would you like to have lunch with us again? I bought enough for everyone. Awesome. You don't have to be so stiff about it, though. Right. I take it we're going to the tea room? Please? Lily said she'll meet us there, so we should go ahead together. Sounds like a plan. The heat has made me pretty hungry. Hanako's breath is sigh of relief. I gather my things together. That's my little shit. As usual, the aura of the tea is refreshing, feeling isolated from the rest of the world. Then again, the usual din of school seems to be a bit subdued, most likely from the laziness. Hanako slowly spreads her food on the table, intently focusing on every little movement as if she's trying to do something. It's not much, but I can tell from her demeanor that she has prepared everything with great care. I guess Lily isn't here yet. Should we start without her? She'll be here soon. Hanako struggled with the lid on the container of rice. Here, let me help you. Alright, help out with that. I take the container for Hanuko's hand and try to force the lid open. Try as it might, it's wedged shut. Let me guess. Did you put this while the rice was still hot? Yes, I was in a rush. I put the container on the table between us. I thought so. It looks like the wedge shut would need some hot water to get it open. If that could be a pain in here, we'd get. Well, in any case, how about I contribute in today's meal? At the door, Lily smiles, holding up with stock. Since you two had a change of plans because of me, I thought I would bring a little something. Thanks, Lily. Here, let me get that for you. Lily's bread assortment joins Hanuko's hands, rice left. Hey, fam. Then again, I'm cooking for myself. Not bad, I guess. This is made with the stuff you bought yesterday. Yes. Hanuko's eyes shout at me, begging for some kind of feedback. Well, it was clearly worth it. Thanks, Hanako. I wanted to show you this after yesterday. It's okay. I just a little surprised at the stuff you were buying. Hanuko's always like to experiment when it comes to food. It's good most of the time. When Lily's smile doesn't waver, the slight change in her tone tells me that things have not gone so well in the past. It's not like Hanako has many people to sample her cooking. Hang on, was Lily waiting for me to go first? She didn't start eating until after I said it was alright. Kikura tells me that this was a deliberate action on her part. I'll have to tell how to work out how to not get one over on her in the future to make this up, right? Well, it's good, and that's all that counts, right? Right. Lily, satisfied at not being the first to sample Konoko's creation, begins to consume the food in front of her. I find myself staring as I watch her chopsticks gently touch the plate, their tips delicately poking and tracing to quickly ascertain the position of the food. One might think she were a child playing with food as if in a situation, though she's not. Not wanting to miss out, I start filling myself up. Hanako takes a different approach, waiting until Lily and I have our hands clear before quickly snatching up her share. Before long, the containers are empty, save for a still-shut rice container. Thank you, Hanako. That was filling. No, thank you for the bread. Yes, it would have been a disaster if not for that. We're both welcome. Now I must be getting back. It's far too easy to be later after eating. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think we'll just clean up the place and head off. Well then, good day. Lily leaves her cane tapping away down the quiet hallway. Hanako and I quickly pack our things and stay seated, waiting for the bell. Together we stare out the window into the endless azure sky. If it weren't for the pealing bells, I would have sworn that time had stopped. Damn it! The urge to skip class rises in my gut. I shoot a glance at Hanako, who shows no signs of moving either. Not just yet. The interval between the warning bells and the end of lunch bells passed in the blink of an eye. We should really go. People will freak out if we start a search party if we skip. Hanako sighs. You're right. She slowly slides from her feet. I follow suit. Damn. So I take point and open the door ahead of Hanako, bowing my head in apology in advance. I'm sorry we're late, teacher. I'm greeted not by stern words, nor by an anger, but simply by silence created by 15 or so students trying not to laugh. Mutsu, ever tardy, has yet to arrive. However, the fact that Hanako has arrived together is blatantly obvious. Make that about 14 students trying, no student falling. The lovers return. Wahahaha. Here, thanks, you can calm down now. But the door realized that Hanako was firmly pressed against my back, hiding herself from the class. My steps coming closer to my desk, she eventually breaks from me and simply walks to her own, her efforts to mentally block everyone's presence from her mind and written fairly clearly on her face. Quickly checking the door for any signs of the teacher. Don't worry about Misha, she's always like this. I enjoyed myself today, don't sweat it, okay? Hanako nods her head below her folded arms, but still doesn't show her face. I yearn to stay and console her more, but Mewtwo walks in at the exact moment. Mewtwo, always coming through at the wrong time, man. Get your bitch ass back outside, cuz. Go back to drinking. Which, of course, is directly proportionate to the change, but inversely proportionate to the square of the distance. He's so engrossed in his speech that he doesn't even notice me sneaking back into the seat from Hanako's desk. While Mewtwo spouts ramble, Misha leans over to me. This teacher may not have noticed your tardiness, but I did. That much is obvious just from the show you just put on. I have been instructed to let you off the hook today, but only one condition, and let that be. You have to help us this afternoon. I crane my neck to look over, reach the shoulder. I'm not trying to help you niggas low key. Fuck all that. I'm trying to go chill. Just Conveniently not making contact with me. Fine, just for today. I've already told you I'm not joining the council, remember? Of course you did. Doing so could be considered considered. She looks down at her notebook, obviously looking for a place in her script. Under duress and hints would be against regulations. How very strange of you considered of the regulations now. Things should be done by the book. It's just that the book hasn't been written for every situation, so there are times when it could be ignored. And yet you two wonder why no one else wants to be in the student council. After poking her tongue at me, Misha returns to her workbook and we battle our way through the latter half of the school day. Before I place both of their hands on my shoulders. Hey, I said I'd help out, damn. This is just insurance, Hishiro, insurance. Hisayo. Hanako timidly tries to leave the room by circling around us, and I suddenly realize this may be my only chance to escape. Oh, hey, Hanako, what's up? Hey, what makes you think you've got time to chat? Oh, relax, this won't take long. Sorry, Hanako, you were saying? I was gonna go to the library, and I thought Hanako's thumb dancing around. Sorry, Hanako, but Hisayo has to come with us. He's got work to do. Oh, but you can help too if you like. I don't really want to do that. I just want to go do that. I just want to go lay in a library, man. I just want to go to the library, cuz. On crib. I just want to go to the library. I am just trying to read. That I'd already made plans. Besides, I'd help out more than my fair share this week, didn't I? I promise I'll make it up to you some other time. Shizune and Misha released their grip on me and have a long, deep, silent conversation. Well, you have a point there. To be honest, we were only going to spend the rest of the budget on cakes. So if you're not there, that only works out better. More cakes for us. Well, haha. Shizune and Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, bruh. That's just not gonna happen, bro. I'm not even trying to... I don't even fuck with the student council like that. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. I thought it was going to be the last week of those two were like bloodhounds or prison guards. Or maybe prison guards bred from bloodhounds. I can't believe I just thought that, let alone saying it out loud. I think I need to move away from KG. Never mind, anyway, we should go to the library. Sure. Yeah, I definitely need to stay away from that nigga KG. As soon as we are going through the door, Honoko bolts from the counter where Yuko is stacking books. Before I can catch up, Honoko whispers something to her. You find that in nonfiction, but I don't know where exactly. If you want, I can look it up. Never mind. Hey, Yuko, what's this all about? Oh, yeah, so Hanako was just looking for a book on nothing. A book on nothing in the nonfiction. I should have glanced at Yuko. She looks like she's about to burst from the pressure of keeping Hanako's request. Yuko, what did... Chess. She's looking for a book on chess. I make a mental note to never entrust Yuko with any important information. Yuko, I'm sorry, Hanako, it just slipped out. Well, it's not a secret anymore. Come on, I'll give you a hand. I really should brush up on my skills too. Okay. Bro, Yuko sucks. Yuko's the worst, bro. Yo, I know there's supposed to be a system for categorizing these books, but I don't see how anyone can decipher it without spending half of their life searching. That's probably why all the words I held between a book on cards and some kids' games stands a single book on bearing the title Chess Tactics for Champions. Before I can reach for it, Hanako has the books in her hands, clutching it to her chest. Well, I guess that's yours. Mind if I borrow when you're finished? Sure, I just haven't really played against anyone but Lily before, so I thought... Damn, it's not like I was trying to beat Hanako deliberately or anything, but she seems to have taken it to heart. Then again, at least this means she wants to play with me again. That's a plus, right? Well, it's not like I'm a master or anything. I just played a bit before. It occurs that I haven't told Hanako about my condition. I falter for a second, deciding to cover my tracks. This is a conversation for another day. Before I came here. Are you alright? Yeah, I was just remembering something. When I think about it, I shouldn't be afraid to tell Hanako about my condition and my time in the hospital. Judging by her scars, she probably spent a fair amount of time in the hospital bed. But for some reason, I can't bring it up. At least not today, on such short notice. Eager to break up the silence, I grab a book at random from the shelf. It's some, right? Well, we both got books. Should we sit down? Hanako seems to accept my bluff, and we head to the reading spot in the back. Right. I try to read my book, but it would seem that 1982 roller coasters weren't nearly as large as the ones built in the decades since. One of those listed are made of wood. Something about that doesn't seem safe to me. If I'm going to ride on something potentially dangerous, I want it to be made out of steel or some kind of space-age alloy. That big words like titanium and ruthenium. I quickly lose interest and my eyes wander across the reading area to rest on Hanako. Hanako seems absorbed in her book, flicking back and forth through the pages as if confirming what she just read. I wonder if that's effective or if she's just overloading herself. She's unconsciously brushing her hair from her face, temporarily revealing her scar tissue. I'm still not sure about the protocol here. Is it right to ask her about her scars or past? How long was she in the hospital? Does she still visit the doctor? These all seem like questions that you'd ask who just transferred to a school translated into local language. But to date, no one has directly asked me any of them, well, except Rin, but I don't think I should use her as a guide to proper social behavior. Facts. That bitch is crazy. For the time being, I'll just keep my mouth shut. If anyone wants to know something, then they'll tell you. Trying to force the issue might drive Hanako back into herself. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to close the library now. Already? I checked my watch. Somehow I was lost time. 2 hours have passed. Do you want to check out those books? I can do it on the way out. Please. I'm done. I'll drop this one back on the way through. It wasn't as interesting as I thought. Hanako marks her place for the 7 feet of paper. The girls head to the counter, and I return my book to where I think it is on the shelf. Hanako books with the practiced precision, yet still managed to fumble it. Oh, there we go. Third time lucky. Since this is a non-fiction, you can only have it for a week. That's okay. Yuko shuts down the library's computers and heard us out the door. I didn't think it was that late already. But you're the one who told us that you had to close. Yes, I know that, but before I looked at the time. I'll see you later. Yuko bolts down the hallway. I guess all librarians are neurotic, huh? Oh, never mind. I was just thinking that I've never met a librarian that can organize their time no matter how good they are with their books. No, literally, though. Now, that's actually real, though. Oh, I know what you mean. Hanako smiles in amusement. It wasn't meant to be a joke, but I must have reminded her of some other librarian or something. I have to get back. Yeah, me too. I didn't realize it was this late. Thanks for letting me hang out with you. No problem. I'm going to my dormitory now. Anyway, so do you mind if I tag along? Okay. Yeah, I need to jog a little to reach your side. We walk through the gardens, eventually arriving in the front of the dorm buildings. Man, you walk pretty fast. I used to play soccer in club. You managed to outpace me. I kind of regret saying it. It has less to do with her pace and more to do with the fact that my condition has significantly worsened my fitness. Hanako's reaction is odd. I expected an awkward attempt to downplay her walking speed, but she just blushes while looking at her feet and smiling. Silence hangs in the air between us. That happens often around Hanako, but feels slightly different than usual times. After a few seconds, I try to break the silence. Here you go. See you in class tomorrow. Sure. Hanako waves a short goodbye before pushing her way through the dorm doors. I stand and look at them for a while before making my way to my own dormitory. You gotta keep working though, bro. She's definitely one of those box stands. So you gotta use the full bag to get to her, bro. Normally this would be a good time to reflect upon the beauty of nature, but it's 6 a.m. Covering my head with my pillow, I slam my face into the mattress, hoping that I go to sleep. Futile, I toss and turn, but sleep won't return to me. Alright, nature, you won. See, I'm getting up now. The lack of sleep weighs on my mind. There's only one remedy for this. It would be nice to be the first person here. To be the first person to dig into a piping hot pile of food. It would have been nice. But even my expectations is literally. Scattered around the hall, a number of bleary-eyed students. It's not to despise. Picking out a familiar face from the thin crowd, I head towards the nearest table. Lily sits alone, delectably feeling her way around a small plate of eggs with a fork. It's almost a shame to interrupt her clockwork movements. I wonder if this is how a blind person zones out, simply moving in a predetermined pattern learned over the years. Just like how a sighted person would eat and while reading a newspaper. Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect you to be here this early. Oh, Hiseo, you startled me. I didn't know you took breakfast this early. I don't. This is an exception to the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Lily gives a small sigh at my admitted tardiness as I begin eating my food. It doesn't take long for her to lapse back into her previous mindless nibbling. Each short motion lacks energy. I suppose that is similar to letting your eyes wander while performing an ordinary chore. But after a few repetitions of the fine each food cycle, Lily puts down her fork and dabs her lips with a napkin. She can't see, so she gotta make sure. I say, do you mind if I ask you a question? Damn, all I want is a little food and about 4 hours of sleep, and nobody says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Damn, all I want is a little food and about 4 hours of sleep, and nobody says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Sure. Do you think of Hanako as a friend? This seems like a leading question. I guess so. Why do you ask that? No real reason. I do have another question, though. Why is it that you think of her as a friend? This is well above my level. What did she expect from me? I'm really sure. I guess it's because she's a little different in the way that she deals with people. Since I've known her, she hasn't really connected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people, and I think people are a little scared of her appearance. I thought that kind of thing was, well, disencouraged here, discriminating and such. Right, what the fuck, bro? To get into it with you niggas. If I were to put it in a way, she furrows her brows in a move which makes me slightly anxious to see what she's plucking from her mind. I'd say that you're a little naive. I'd be insulted if not only for the slightly cynical grin on her face. I see. While Yamaku has a stronger sense of community compared to other schools, it's far from being free of conflict. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I need another Dewey, bro. The hole in my do-rag is crazy. Rules cannot remove human nature after all, only suppress it. That's something I've noticed actually. Just little things like how certain people in cliques avoid each other in the hallways. Even Lily and Shizune could be considered bitter rivals even though they're both like fairly accepting people. Well, at least the Misha tinted Suzune does. Who knows what actually goes on with her fingers behind her glasses? I guess you're right, but when I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. I kept on making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making a mistake, like when we first met and I said, I see to you. I didn't know if that was considered to be rude or anything, so I tried to just put it in the back of my mind, treating people any differently, and that kind of thing. So I didn't. I told myself that Hanako and you or everyone else was just as normal, and I tried to ignore the obvious. I talked to Hanako as if she were any other person, so we became friends. At least that's how I think it all happened. But you know, I feel guilty just saying something like that out loud, as if I took extra effort to think of Hanako or you or anyone here as normal. I don't think that's right. Hasayo, I think you are naive, but I also think that you are a good person. It is perhaps one of your better traits. I suppose I can take that as a compliment. Tell me, are you free tonight? If you don't count homework, as I'm free. In that case, would you care to join myself and Hanako for tea? I don't really have that much money at the moment, so going out isn't really... Oh, I didn't mean going out, just here this evening. You can access the classrooms in the evening? No, that's not what I meant. Hanako often uses my room for tea parties together. Please feel free to drop by after dusk. Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your room number? 225, room 25 on the second floor. Okay, sure. Well then, I had best off. I have class representative duties to attend to after all. Until this evening, Heisayo. Yeah, catch you later. Hold on, was I just invited to a girl? Is that even allowed? There's a curfew here. I've never heard any rules about visitors in the dorm rooms. Even still, this is enough to get my sleep-deprived brain jump-started. Nigga, you not thinking? I'm thinking, nigga. This is crazy. You finna go visit Hanako and Lily? In Lily's room?
like we always say some other time. Why won't my tears work? It's been a decade since I cried. I got no dog left in the fight.
The bar don't match the bite. Early my old man, we just get fucked up every night. And say some news hoes just don't love you. It's not the song I was looking for. Whoa, fuck your coworker, she a hate asshole. That's what I'm trying to hit for. I'm trying to hit that. Fuck your coworker, she a hate asshole. Hold on. Ooh. Fuck your coworker, she a hating asshole.
I seen a nigga get hit in his chest.
He knew he was hit, he was holding his neck.
Hey, bro.
What if I say this bitch? Folks go into his room right quick to listen to this. He say. Yup. Man, free my brother. Free my brother. Nigga, free my. When I'm in the county and I don't play none of that chillin' with the ops on deck, I ain't even gonna speak on the ops cause the niggas out up on the corner be ducking the neck. I see the nigga get hit in his chest, you know, he was hitting his phone, his neck out long, I'm chasing down as soon as he hit that ground, I was on his neck, like. Hey, yeah. Alright, you bitch niggas know we coming. I don't know what we doing was over. I didn't know I ain't running. My new bitch gotta have an ass in the bag, my old bitch won't back. My face not gonna get back and what y'all doing, like. No niggas ain't fuck with us and kill us. We would have been killed Gunner. They give us rapping the summer. I'm gonna keep getting younger and dumber. Shitbag hit his ass in the stomach. Come on. Get this day over with, man. Fuck this school shit, man. Get this day over with, man. I'm trying to lock in. Thankfully, I don't run into Kenji. Thank God. I hurried back to my room to wash up and comb my hair. Thankfully, I don't run into Kenji. No. Talk to me, Screwly. Da. Hey. He's saying, think I'm in love with the drugs, huh? Something to feel my thugs. I'm a party at home, I'm a club. Did a jail and pro breach in the tub. Put up a 10 and I put up a dub. I'm on codeine and a few other drugs. Lately, I really been showing no love. Lil' bro wanna kill, he a bug. Lost my dad, so I turned to the drugs. Niggas hating on me, but looking for me, I've been running from love. Trusting my girl, no human I trust. I'm actually better than it does. Shout out this car, pick up the rug. Come on, brother. Lock in, brother. 225, checking my watch. I got nervously rap on the door, work 225. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do to him. Come on. Is that you? He say, oh yeah, that's you. This is the first time I've ever been invited to a girl's room after dark. Even though I know there's no ulterior motive behind it, it's the hesitation. It doesn't stop my mouth with a possibility. One guy, two girls, and a dinner room with a tea set. I just wanna be successful. When I put it like that, it sounds a little dodgy. Alright, hold on. Chat, we gotta take a blinker before we go in the room. Alright, chat. I'm ready. Oh, this shit is just as adorable as I thought it was gonna be. The door opens completely. I catch my first glimpse of Lily Room's. Her furniture looks almost antique, but the bare walls with the flat surfaces are barely decorative at all. In the center of her room sits a low table where I see a small sea set at rest. It seems that everything in this room has this it is adorable. My sense of vision isn't the only one to be stimulated by the faint smell of something that can be picked up in the air. Nail polish, perfume, makeup, it's hard to describe in any other word than girly. My eyes finished a quick sweep of the room before returning to their position onto the girls. Lily sits next to the carpet in very dark blue pajamas with shorts that show off plenty of her alluring pale legs. Nigga, Japanese niggas be having a weird thing for legs, but I ain't gonna lie, nigga, they putting me on. Hanako sits adorned in a conservative light pink gown. Her hands are firmly fixed between her legs, her shoulders lean forward, and her hair down as if trying to hide herself in it. That is adorable. That is fucking adorable. It would be easy for her to do it. It looks about 2 sizes too big for her. Waves of the flannel flow from her frame, making her look like a child playing dress up in her parents' clothes. She looks to confirm her identity, and the beginnings of a thin smile creeps across her face before vanishing so fast that I can't be sure they were ever there. There's no point in you standing in the doorway, Hiseo. Shit, I don't like it. I don't like the way we say it. I'm nervous. Do your homework on I'm nervous. Do your homework on I'm nervous. Shorty blind, so shit, she can't even see my nerves. And Hanako, shit, that's what I want. My, I'm afraid the room is small for the 3 of us. Would you like to take a seat? I slowly walk to the table, sit down, trying my hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance into Lily's top as I sit. To be robbed of a sight would be most terrible fate. Yo, that's crazy, cuz. I slowly walk to the table and sit down, trying my hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance into Lily's top as I sit. To be robbed of a sight would be a sight. That's crazy. Well, now, how about some tea, Hanako? Could you please pour? He slipped a sight. He slipped a look at. Bro, what? How did that even. Nah, I know exactly what he's talking about the whole time. Okay. He say. He walked. The left eye went on its own. Boom, boom. Right back. Locked right back into position. Sit down. Save it for the memories. Sure, Haseo, would you like, I would love some tea. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. Thank you. Lily finds it difficult to resist a smile at her companion's nervousness, something I can't really blame her for. Been a tiring day. Yeah. I relax on my place opposite of the cabinet. To my left is the blue-clad Lily. To my right sits the pink Hanako. This is adorable. The tea set looks cute as well as practical painted red with a floral motif. That shit is adorable. You gonna hear that word a lot during this playthrough. Adorable. This shit is adorable. It looks odd when contrasted with Lily's plain with generically sophisticated looking furniture. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Lily doing it as fuck. I gotta give them the props, bro. They cooked. I can't put Harden on the screen, but Harden is in our hearts. Come on, cuz. Hanako quivers at her mistake. It's okay, Hanako. There's no need to be nervous. Hanako seems to find some confidence in Lily's reassuringly soft-spoken words. Here you are, Hiseo. Lily. Hanako carefully places the cup and saucer in front of Lily and myself. I could get used to service like this. Thank you, Hanako. Thanks. You're welcome. Lily searches for her cup and upon finding it, sips delicately. This tea tastes somewhat better than the tea we usually have at school. This is nice. It's so different from the tea I had before. Looks like you picked the right one, Hanako. You've done well, even if it was a bold move. Hanako's smile returns doubtably. Even with her face be lightened, her shy smile couldn't be called anything but cute. I'm glad you like it. Hanako finally beginning to relax, sips from her cup. Something about this makes me think about Lily's question at breakfast. Why am I friends with Hanako? Lily seems genuinely concerned for Hanako's well-being, but it's not like that. It's not like I can do anything to help her. As soon as I can tell her scars don't hold her back physically, everyone I've met has to overcome the disabilities to some extent. I don't see any ulterior motives to hang out with Hanako. We just share similar interests. Isn't that enough? So he say, "Are you enjoying yourself?" Liz words break me out of my reverie. I don't know what the fuck that word was, but if referee, flag on the Eagles, give the Chiefs 40 points, reset the Super Bowl, Chiefs win. And I take a second to reconsider where I am. I'm in a room with two girls in bedcloths. This is something that needs to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's relaxing, almost like I'm not in the school anymore. Do you do this often? Quite often, but not as often as we take tea in the school building. Consider they do that nearly every day. That's not a big surprise. As I was thinking, that was delicious. Thank you, Hanako and Lily. You're welcome. Yes, you're most welcome, Isayo. It's nice to have a third person here. I just appreciate the opportunity. Thank you to my barber. Thank you to my mother. Thank you to my father. Thank you to my cousin. Thank you to my auntie. Thank you to my uncle. Thank you to my grandma. Thank you to my granddad. I just want to say thank you to everyone who got me here, man. No bullshit, man. Wallahi. Come on. Well, sure to get one's point across in these circumstances. Lucy, yeah, when she unsuccessfully has what's her hand. Pardon me, I think I'm a little tired. I think we're all a little tired. My, how astute we are tonight, Hanako. We really should head to bed. We all have class tomorrow. Yeah, I should go. Thank you for your presence, Ishiro. Thanks, you'll come again? Not even a whole army could stop me. I'm impressed by your determination, Hisaro. Either way, you're right. We best get going. I stand up and make for the door. Hanako gingerly stands up behind me. I stop and face her. Are you coming with me? Hanako instantly blossoms into full blush. No, not this. This room isn't. It's okay. I was only joking. Oh, okay. Good night. Hanako. Good night. This nigga got jokes. Okay, can't go. Okay. I'm still not sure what it is that Lily wants me to do for Hanako, but I don't want to let her down. I waited till the door closed behind us before turning to Hanako. Hey, Hanako, you know, you don't have to be nervous around me or anything. I mean, we're friends, right? Right, we're friends. If you ever want to hang out or anything, just let me know. We still need to have that chess rematch, remember? Sure, but I don't think you'll win. It wouldn't be any fun if it was easy. Hanako seems to give a muted laugh, but she could have just easily been exhaling. Good night, Hasiyo. With that, Hanako quickly retreats into her room located next to Lily's. Oh, right. I forgot their rooms are right next to each other. I barely make it to my room before I am hit by a wave of exhaustion. I kick off my shoes, jump in the... Shit. Oh my god, I will never forget that image. Type shit. Why did game forget that part? What happened? Why did game forget that part, bro? Trevor. How did game forget that part, bro? Trevor. I put my door closed for another day of classes. God damn it, Virgin Coon, get it back. Pinji's sudden arrival makes me jump, and I narrowly avoid butting heads with him. I know he has poor eyesight, but he knows who I am. Does he still have to stand so close? Nigga, breath be smelling like hot butter balls? Oh yeah, like a baby. Damn, why do people say that? Have you ever heard a baby sleep? They scream all night. Every night babies don't sleep well ever. Well, there goes my restful state. I have to remember to never use figures of speech with Kenji. Alright, I get your point. It was a figure of speech. Yeah, sure, whatever. Where were you last night? I had a favor to ask, but you weren't around. For a split second, I considered telling Kenji the truth that I was spending time with Hanako and Lily, Thankfully, the split second passed us. I was just out checking out the local area and stuff. You know, right, guy. Good man. I knew you were the type to plan ahead. Nigga, I was in the enemy's room having tea, getting to understand SZA and Dank Demisous or whatever that bitch name is. Nah, literally, bro. Wallahi. Do your own work. Anyway, what was the favor you wanted, bro? I was going to get some takeout, but I needed change. Wait, I gave you money last week. You still haven't paid me back. I was starting to think you were cool. Bro, fuck you. Nigga, bro, I don't even got it like that, cuz. Chill out. Kenji fishes around in his pocket and produces his wallet. As he counts the 400 yen he owes me, I clearly see at least two 10,000 yen notes. Hey, what the hell? Why are you borrowing money off me when you got that much cash? Hisses a little, realizing that he's been had. Get off my case. It's a bad look to break a big note for anything less than half value. It's the tycoon's rule. Last night's dinner is going to cost me 7 years of bad luck. 7 years. Don't you think that's enough cause to help someone out? I'd get a shorter sentence if I just stole the stuff. I'd say something to him, but thankfully I restrained myself. Arguing a point like this with Kenji will just lead to further and more complicated discussions. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe you should plan these things a little better. Yeah, man, I know. I've got so much stuff to do. It's hard. And you never around anymore. I'm on my own. We're supposed to be brothers in brotherhood, remember? Yeah, I get you. Global conspiracy as such. I'll keep my ears to the ground. Genji draws closer for me to get a clear whiff of his garlic-tainted breath. You better, man. You're already spending less time here. That's the first thing they do. Then they'll try to split us up, divide and conquer. Sun Tzu said that. Roger that. Nah, I've got to be going. I got classes. You coming? Nah, I'm tired. I stayed up all night just making sure nothing was going to happen after splitting that note. As rational as ever, I see. Whatever. Night. Kenji scurries back into his room, and I hear him throwing his locks as walk down the hallway. Yeah, there's something wrong with that nigga for sure. As this is why some people can't roll their tongue, or why the second toe is longer than their big toe. What? Mewtwo beams a half-moon smile at us, obviously proud of his explanation of recessive genes. Whatever, bro. However, no matter how impressed he is at the science that defines who we are, the classroom seems to reduce to stupider. Yeah, nobody cares about that shit, Mewtwo. Why is that a bad explanation? Can't make even that most interesting thing seem worthless. I see Mewtwo deflate as he realizes that nothing he said in the past half hour has sunk in. Whispered and conversation starts to break the silence like an avalanche. The noise level in the class starts to rise. Defeated Mewtwo identifies some questions from the textbook and sets to clearing up the backboard. What? Almost as if expected, Hanako packs up her things and leaves as soon as people start talking and laughing amongst themselves. The initial shock of seeing someone play so blatantly Tron has started to fade, but it doesn't stop me from wondering. Is she leaving because she doesn't want people to speak to her, or is it because she thought of people around her shattering her peace? But I can think of the topic no more before usually clamor and Misha is distracted. Lily already sits in the tea room setting out her lunch, so Hanako's not here then. Oh, Haseo, how are you? I haven't met Hanako since this morning, I'm afraid. That's right, Hanako and Lily live right next to you. Somehow I think their morning conversations are more slightly grounded than Kenji's anyways. Kenji's fucking crazy. That's strange. She left class early, so I figured she'd come here. So she's still leaving class early. Yeah, I've seen her do it a few times. Lily drops her head a little, and her tone of voice is notably depressed. It's very reminiscent of someone who was used to hearing bad news. I was so sure that she stopped doing that when she two became friends. Everyone has their own piece, I suppose. Well, I was wondering what just that about today. I'm not entirely sure. I personally think it's because she doesn't want to be put in a situation where she has to answer someone. I have a flashback of my first meeting with her when I thought she looked like a cow. She seems fine when talking to you and me, I bet. It's a little more complex than that. I imagine the first thing most people ask about is her scar and what happened. She rarely talks about it with me. I can tell that she doesn't like to remember whatever happened back then. Leaving class and running away from discussions is her primitive strike, if you will. Huh. So then how does that explain her talking to me? You said it yourself yesterday at breakfast. You tried it. You tried to ignore the scars. Once you saw that you weren't going to ask about them, she opened herself up to you. I guess you're right. Maybe I don't know. You'd know her better than I do, so I'll take your word for that, right? I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure you'll come to know her as well as I do soon enough. I welcome the prospect of her having a new friend, and the two of you have such similar interests. Well, I hardly count reading as a team support if it has good to have company, though. It is good to have company. That's my point. Hanako is still an average person at heart. She wants company at times like that. Huh, I see. I think, to be honest, both of you are still confusing me a little bit. That's only natural, Hiseo. We've only known each other for a little while. It's unreasonable to expect you to understand us just as we can't understand you. Fair. But that is half the fun of becoming friends, right? Yes, it is. Although, I suppose there's the matter of us being opposite genders. Men and women do seem to confuse each other quite often. She says that with a light giggle, finding amusement at the odd little detail of life. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to start eating. Now go ahead, I'll eat something too. I've got some books I want to drop back off at the library before class starts, so I better get a move on. You'll probably find Hanako there. Well, if you do see her, can you tell her to stop by my room later? I'd like to talk to her. You're not coming? Unfortunately, I have a class representatives meeting later, so I'll be gone as soon as I finish my lunch. Okay then, I don't see her in the library, then I'll tell her in class. I'm sure she'll be there back after lunch. We fall silent as we start to eat. I take a second to reflect on that. I've already thought that Hanako's shyness was simply due to her being self-conscious of her scars. That is a pretty superficial way of looking at her. Just when I thought I was able to see through the fog of Lily and Hanako, I realize I'm not lost in where I started. Lily quickly finishes her lunch, acutely aware of her meeting. I don't blame her. Shizune is most likely going to be there, and I doubt she wants to give her the satisfaction of another argument. I must be off. Same time tomorrow? Same time, same channel? I'd better be off too. I don't want to risk being late. Lily smiles gently and picks up her cane and walks out into the hall. I turn my back on Lily as we head in opposite directions. For some reason, I find myself hoping she doesn't get into another fight with Shizune. As much as I like Lily, Shizune and Misha have been pretty instrumental in helping me adjust, even if half of our conversations are thinly veiled recruitment attempts. Then again, I barely know either of them. Maybe they were previous leaders of some kind of secret society, but their love for each other drove them apart. Man, I need to stop reading cheap fiction. It's rotting my brain. Either that or I gotta move away from Kenji and his bad influence. It's gotta be Kenji. I slide my books down to the bridge. Wow. Yuko, however, doesn't seem impressed as I. He said, yo, you scared me. Sorry, I thought you would be used to that by now. Is the literacy level here is so low that nobody borrows any books? No, I think everyone can read fine. Yeah, never mind. There are some battles that you can never win. Trying to explain jokes is one of them. My dad told me the hard way. Say, Yuko, have you seen Hanako about Sheila? I think I saw her sneaking before lunch. Oh, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone that. I just told you that I saw her leave. No need to stress out. Of course, she's probably in the back. Thanks. Getting any new books recently? No, sorry. I'll let you know if we do. Okay. If there's one thing I know about librarians part-time, otherwise, it's that they appreciate people who take genuine interest in their work. Facts. I walk the now familiar path to Hanako's reading spot. I find it hard to discover a book that will interest me among the shelves and authors' names. I sometimes reread the books that I read in the past. An unfamiliar title from a familiar author piques the most. Yeah. As expected, Hanako sits out, beanbag buried deep in dance. Hi, Hanako, how's it going? I fight back to her urge while slashing her. If Lily's suspicious or right, then asking her about it could have the opposite effect. Best to leave it for the time being. Sometimes the best way to get an answer from somebody is to never ask the question. Hello, Hiseo. I'm fine. Something seems off. After a couple of seconds, I realize what it was. Hanako's smiling. She looks as if she's pleased to see me. It's a nice change from the usual instinctively frightened reaction, and something I hope I can see more of as we get to know each other better. Good to hear. How's the book? I've heard it's a trip. It's good, I think. I only just started reading it. I don't really know. Fair, let me know how it goes. It may borrow once you're done. Sure. There was a good 15 minutes left on lunch. Not enough to really get into a book, but too much to stand around and do nothing. And Hanako's already returned to her reading, so I doubt I'll get much conversation from her. Well, I better make myself comfortable. I slouch in the beanbag and crack open my book. The familiar style of the author leaps at me from the very first line. As the sentence into the paragraphs, I start to relax a little. Yeah, see, I could never actually do this though, cause nigga, I'm not reading a book. That's just not gonna happen. Joey's not gonna do that. Nigga, no. But no matter how I try, I can't seem to get myself into the atmosphere of the book. This is partially due to the lack of time, but the more distracting factor is Hanako. Every 10 or so seconds, she peers over the top of her book. When our eyes meet, she quickly ducks behind the covers. I guess she did want to talk about something after all. What's up? You look like a prairie dog on the lookout. It's nothing. I've told you before, nothing means something when you say it like that. Hanako squirms a little in her beanbag, hoping that changing her position she'll find the words she's looking for. I was in an accident. Accident? Just now? Are you okay? Hanako shakes her head, and her shoulders whisper it. No, when I was younger. Realization crashes into me like a semi. It's alright, Hanako. You don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to. Again, she shakes her head. No, I have to tell you. When I was young, I was in a fire. Okay. My house burned down, then I nearly didn't break it. After that, I was alone. Hanako's eyes glisten in the dim light of the library, and I reach out to grasp her hand. It's okay, Hanako, you don't have to keep going, but I have to. Why? What brought this on? Last night, Lily told me about your heart, and I didn't think it was fair. Fair? That I knew about you, but you didn't know about me. I squeeze Hanako's hand a little. Don't be silly, but yes, I have a heart condition. I lean a little closer to Hanako. What I didn't tell Lily is that I had my first heart attack when that girl confessed to.
Nigga, you can't go around saying that. Get going. What the fuck did you do? Oh my god, bro. The non-coochie getting magnet, bro. Oh my god, bro. The pussy magnet, bro. This nigga is not a coochie getter. Turn this shitty music off, bro. Oh my god. Hey Alexa, play I'm Upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. Damn, I need my Alexa back.
I smiled a little to break the tension. Really? Really? I haven't heard from her in a while, so I guess it's all over. I know it's all over. There's no other way to interpret what happened the last time I saw her. So now we both know a little more about each other, but you didn't have to talk about things if you don't want to. In fact, I feel bad even thinking about the whole incident. I can almost smell the hospital's disinfectant burning the back of my sinuses again. I imagine Hanako is going through the same thing right now. When I was in the hospital, I went to the burn ward once and only once. I was bored, so I went for a walk. I went through the oncology and thought I could take it, but when I got to the burn ward, I turned around and went back to my bed. To think that Hanako would have spent months in a place like that, smelling nothing but corrupted skin, strong disinfectant, and sterilized air. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, the burn ward has to be so crazy. Oh, that's sad as fuck. That would have meant no reading. I would have gone insane if I didn't have books in the hospital. And she said she was alone. Did her parents die? I'll have to ask Lily about it. I can imagine myself saying something dumb unintentionally. Thank you, Hiseo. I haven't told many people about this. To be honest, I haven't told many people about my circumstances either. Then I won't tell anyone. Deal. I changed my grip on Hanako's grip into a handshake as the warning bells chimed through the window. Well, then we better head back to class, huh? Sure. Me and Hanako like this. We like this. We locked in. 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 Bro, the burn is so tough. And then look. When I get the Naruto seal on my stomach, and then my tattoo of
when I get my arm tat, it's not gonna be a sleeve, but it's gonna be a tree on my arm, nigga. Oh my god, that shit'll look so tough. When we take pictures next to each other, it's gonna look so nasty. It'll look nasty. Shout out to bro. Like a wound spring, Hanako. It's embarrassing in comparison to my 5-minute move. She seems to know exactly what she wants to do. Mate. Again, what does that make this 3-2? Stalemates don't count. Damn, you're getting better at this every day. Now that she's been holding back, I'd never thought it when I first met her, but she really has a knack for this game. Chess seems to have become a popular pastime for the two of us, hiding away in the tea room playing a game or two after class. From here, the fellow students outside can just barely hear milling around. That everyday noises from below remind me a little of my life before Yamaku. Though I'm by well now. Fancy another game? I have to finish my homework. Oh, well, I'll see you tomorrow then? But what about this? Hanako points to the tea set surrounding the empty class chessboard. Don't worry, I've got it. Oh, okay. See you later. Hanako departs as I start cleaning at the area. The occasional whistles and cheers from the sporting clubs outside become less frequent, eventually appearing silence. A part of me still wants to be in some kind of team since I played soccer as sports before my incident, but I guess it's normal to feel nostalgic about what I can't do anymore. It's alright, gang. I'm too old. I'm 18 and I'm too old to lock in on football, nigga. I couldn't go to the league if I wanted to. Are you quite sure? I'm sure. Hasayo. Hanako turns to see with a smile expressed as she notices my approach. Lily must have called. Oh my, Hasayo is he as well. Afternoon, Lily. What's up? I was hoping that I finished my class representative duties for the day that I might have the two of you accompany me for tea at the Shinigami. It would be nice to enjoy ourselves outside. I'd be up for it. I think Hanako had work to do though. It's not all that much. Wonderful. It seems like we're decided then. To the Shinigami we go. I cast my eyes across the cafe. Stepping in as usual, there was only a handful of people around here. The hold Lily has on Honoko's arm remains just as it has been for the entire slow walk down the hill to the local town, though it's hard to say for which reason, for Lily's guidance or for Honoko's reassurance. For a moment, Lily removes her arm for Honoko's to retract her cane as Yuko quickly skitters over to wherever. Welcome to the Shinigami. May I take your order? She gives a deep bow. She gives a deep bow, her well-delivered and professional introduction putting her in a good mood. It's a nice change from the norm for Yuko. Shout out to Yuko, man. Just tea, please, Hanako, Hisayo. I'll have a slice of pie and coffee. Just tea, please. Coming right up, please. Take any seat you wish. I'll be back shortly. Yuko gives a smile and a nod before shuffling to the counter. We slip into our seats, the girls on one side with Lily's cane propped up beside them, and I on the other. I realize that Hanako's not doing something that she so often does. Rather than keeping her eyes pinned to the ground and hiding her blind escort busily trying to convince... She's merely keeping her eyes low and helping Lily around. Are you okay, Lily? You look tired. She lowers her head a little, looking somewhat embarrassed as she let it show. Class representatives' works can be very tiring considering that it often means dealing with the student council. Very tiring indeed. How do other representatives go? Better than I, but not much. Zune is a harsh taskmaster no matter whom she deals with. It doesn't sound like you particularly relish the job. Why do you do it in the first place if it's that bad? Being a class representative is enjoyable. I can deal with those responsibilities well enough. It's just that the people involved are sometimes... She twirls off, cutting her words at a rather opportune spot. It's hard to imagine Lily cursing, but I imagine that if anyone could make her do so, it would be Shizune. Hanako looks to be withering a bit in the light of such conflict, but before I can steer the topic away a little, she stands up. Hanako, I'll be back in a bit. Then she leaves for the restroom. I suppose that's one way to deal with the situation, if that was indeed her motivation. Lily, however, looks a little wounded.
Don't worry about it. I don't think it was you. But I think she's been getting stronger recently. You've seen it yourself, right? That went a bit AR. Fortunately, Lily doesn't look offended by now. I really shouldn't be quite so scared of stepping on the landmine around her. Possibly. Sometimes I find it hard to tell, though. Silence reigns for a moment before 2 teacups of pie and a mug of steaming hot coffee appear in front of us. I notice that Yuko takes special care to place the teacup against the tip of Lily's fingers, letting her know where it is. Here you go. Thanks, Yuko. Thank you. With a quick and silent bow, the speckled waitress takes her leave. Bespeckled is insane. This nigga's been calling people bespeckled like you're not a heart baby. You heart attack baby. See, I gotta bully this nigga because I ain't gonna lie. He been bullying glasses people the whole time, bro. This nigga is so bogus. I'm all ears. Hanako's birthday is coming up, and I was hoping that you might accompany me for present shopping in the city this weekend. Hanako's birthday is soon. I suppose it would be nice to cheer her up a bit. Like Yuko, she always seems to be tearing at the edge of either panic or depression. I've never seen her enjoy herself much outside of our chess games. All that aside, learning the layout of the city could be better. Sure, I'd be happy to have you got any plans for what to do for her birthday? A party or anything? Hanako's being Hanako, perhaps a low-key affair would be. Lily suddenly cuts us so shortly, leaving me wonder why she brings her teacup to her lips. Because a few seconds I noticed Hanako walking up to us over Lily's shoulder. Hearing must have been very good idea. If it was the sound of the restroom door opening that tipped her off. Hanako takes her seat once again and wastes no time in drinking her tea. Soon the three of us are quietly eating and drinking as the sun sets. It's a nice way to spend the remainder of the day's light. It makes me appreciate the quiet and serene soundings of Yamaku. I think I'm really beginning to like life, isolated as it may be. I mean, shit, we starting to break the isolation. We got Hanako and Lily. Ain't all that bad. I finish off the last of my coffee and the rest of the mug on the table while the girlies talk between themselves. The coffee here is a little bitter for my taste, but still quite good. Better than what I expected for myself in any case. The girls' discussion is mainly focused on their respective reading preferences, which does give me a little curiosity about a related topic. Hey Hanako, I was just wondering, aside from chess and reading, do you have any other hobbies you like doing? She's completely stopped in her tracks, looking quite surprised that anyone would be interested in such a question about her. It takes a little time to formulate a response. I guess I like singing a little. I'm okay with computers as well, but I don't use them much. Singing is not exactly something I expected to hear. It's hard to imagine her singing voice given how soft-spoken she is. Soft-spoken people are usually fire singers, low-key. I ain't gonna lie. I got faith that she's a fire-ass singer. Wallahi. Lily, on the other hand, simply nods. She must already know all this since she's been friends with Hanako for years now. What about you? Me? She hesitates before flicking her head up and down. It's only logical that she want me to. There's chess also, but there was soccer as well, but I can't really do that anymore. Reading, which I picked up in the hospital. This is surprisingly hard. Lily and Hanako look a little put off by the direction this is taking, and the more I think about it, the more I am too. It sounds as if you picked up quite a few things since your accident. Lily's candor is coated with probably the most positive spin one could put on what I had said. Hanako, however, is silent. If a situation becomes difficult, her reaction seems to be withdrawing herself into silence in order to prevent things getting any worse or physically retreating. A soft ringing gives us a pause. Richard's in her pocket. It becomes obvious that the sound's coming from her phone. Sorry. It's okay. Before shuffling out of her seat, taking us all. Must be nice to be popular. Hanako smiles but doesn't take up the hook for further discussion. I'm just sitting back and closing my eyes and relaxing as best I can. It's nice and peaceful here. I wonder what it'd be like to have grown up somewhere like this rather than in a city. To have grown up somewhere like this in a city type shit. You come from the city. You come from the city. Looks like what I found she wants to talk about. Yeah, you could say I was a city kid though, and it sounds like a lot changed. It did. I'm still not quite sure what to make of all of it. It's a bit of a culture shock and difference. You must have gone through something like this when you first arrived at Yamaku. Not really. Hanako gazes as a little sigh to look unwilling to go on. I tilt my head inquisitively, but a couple seconds pass with no further answer. Can't we deal with that on Monday? The fallout has hardly settled from the last. I understand. I'll try to talk her down. You know what she's like when she gets locked onto an idea. Yes, that's it. Goodbye. Lily's conversation ends with the snap of a phone closing. She returns to our table but doesn't take her seat. Need to go? Unfortunately, class representative work calls again. I can come with you. It's alright, Hanako. I'll just be going straight to the student council. There's no need to spoil a fine evening on my account. Besides, if you were to accompany me on the way back to school, who would keep our poor Hiseo company? Okay. I can join you for tea again tonight if you'd like. Man, me will. We agree on that plan, and Lily sends her farewells to both of us, taking her come. Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insists on giving us her portion of the bill. Give her regards to Yuko as she leaves. And then we're alone. It may be all well and good to leave Hanako and me alone to have some time together, but all it typically means is the two of us sitting near each other in silence for a while. I'm wondering what it must look like to Hanako. I never thought of myself as a scary person, but to have someone my own age acting this way around me makes me intensely self-aware, as if it's my own fault that she's so troubled. She might get more used to people if she were to stop being so closeted, close-assured. I don't know what the fuck that says, but then again, when even people much older than her react so strongly after a single glance at her face, she might well feel the same way I do. The real catch, 22, if she stays in Yamaku, she won't get used to socializing, but if she leaves, any efforts might try to get her thrown back at her by the people who can't deal with her scarring. I'm gonna order something else to keep us going. We shouldn't have much of a dinner after all. Hanako blindly nods and vigorously glad that I brought up the topic for her. I catch Yuko's gaze and she dutifully comes over to take our orders. Would you like something else? I'll just have a sandwich special and a hot chocolate, a bit late for coffee now. I'll have the same. With a nod and a bow, Yuko turns to Ball. Not a word is said between us until Yuko comes back. She smiles and gives us our food and drinks before moving to the customer who called for her attention. I give up on the prospect of having much of a conversation with my companion and decide to just enjoy the meal. It tastes nice, as does most of the food here. After having a few mouthfuls, I notice something's missing, namely the sound of Hanako eating. Looking back, I see fidgeting with a little behind her untouched sandwich. Not hungry. She shakes her head from side to side. Even as she does, the patch of her hair keeps over the right eye of her face. Still doesn't over the right side of her face still does this job in hiding it almost entirely. It's not that. I was already ready to have you share too. You look troubled. Is something wrong? I'm startled by thinking that I'm the one who looks troubled, but on second thought, she's probably right. My face is giving away my emotions without noticing, and she's hardly a dim person, quite the opposite. We're friends, right? Friends. From the tone of her voice, shrinking posture, it looks as though I've hit yet another landmine. This is another reason why interacting with her is difficult. Self-imposed psychological barriers she puts up between herself and others, including me and most likely even Lily. It's a shame that I think that we are. I'm a little taken off guard by Hanako's straight answer, and all the more so since I was about to give up on getting any reply at all. I see. Am I wrong? Sorry. No, it's just hearing confirmation from you was reassuring. To pick up on that, what you said earlier, since coming to Yamaku, I've been a bit uneasy about how I should relate to others. I find myself chuckling a little surprisingly how much of a relief I can feel, my face smiling as I pick up a cup of hot chocolate and bring it to my lips. Ouch, that's hot. That's why I haven't eaten yet. I was waiting for my drink to cool down first. I guess I'll wait then. The both of us share a chuckle. The situation isn't really funny, but for some reason it feels like laughing is the most natural thing to do right now. I guess we're both a bit wound up about each other. I was so busy thinking Hanako was the one with something wrong, it took her to remind me that I was uneasy as well. but that may as well be. It feels a little nice to have someone thinking about me like that in her own way. Right? The two of us find ourselves between our two dumb readies. Regular night patrols between the male and female dormitories, both security, and two quickly raise the alarm for any medical issues that may arise. That guard currently on duty notices us and gives a quick nod as he continues on his way. A loud yawn escapes from Haruko's mouth before she has a chance to cover it. I have little doubt she's fairly tired by now. I better be off to my room. See you tomorrow, Haruko. Good night. We separate and begin to walk our separate paths. Haruko stands there waving to me as she smiles. I smile and wave back to her. After a few seconds, she turns and walks up the stairs to the dormitory, disappearing through the door. These little moments we share between us feel like a small treasure. One thing sure, I want to protect that small, delicate smile she so fleetingly wears around so few people. I wonder about these feelings I have when Haruko's around and when I'm able to do things for her, whether they may be seed for something beyond what we share now. I Millie Rock on any block, nigga. I Millie Rock on any block. I had to hit that shit, my fault. I Millie Rock on any block. What? I Millie Rock and Herbo, what you do? You a beast. I Millie Rock on any block, Herbo. Go, I Millie Rock on. I Millie Rock on any block. Nostalgic to watch them. What I'm feeling now is quite distinct from that emotion. Shit! She's missing a hand, but she's fine shit for sure. Pushing me from behind, I turn to my side to see one of my classmates taking a seat beside me. I'm taken off guard. The two of us haven't talked much before. I didn't think anyone would notice me. What's up? Hi, Miura, isn't it? Just call me Mickey. Surnames are too stuffy. Likewise, then. We both look back out on the field where the guys are playing. It looks like they're getting ready to have. I like her. I ain't gonna lie, I like her. One hand, you still got 2 feet. You all good, shit. You all good. We both look. Yo, my fault. Sure enough, the whistle is blown to begin the match. Not gonna play? Nah, just gonna rest for a bit. What about you? You kind of look like you want to try. So someone did notice me after all. It's kind of a long story. Her face says I've piqued her interest. I'm in Yamaku because I have a heart condition. I can't really play soccer anymore. Wanted to be a soccer player, did you? No, I only really did it for fun. My friends played it, so I played as well. Any of those guys playing around could have been me before my accident, but I don't feel like I don't have any real wish to go back to that either, so it's a little hard to explain. I'm still decently physically built from the days when I played, even if my strengths largely left me by now. And I got on the other club members. Oh my god, this nigga's Thane Krios. My character's Thane Krios, bro. Am I playing as a human Thane? Yo. I got on. When I think about it, I should probably feel bad for watching people play when I can't anymore. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's a good thing. A sign that I should have gotten over it. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling. It's cool. I'm actually glad to hear that. It sounds like you really have your stuff together. Some of the people that come up the Yamaku are pretty messed up at first. So you're a member of the track and club field, then? Yep, been in since I first arrived. Don't suppose you're friends with Emmy, short, fast runner, no legs? I think there are all many females. Haha, Emmy, everyone knows about her, don't they? But nah, I tend to get on better with the guys, so me and Amy don't really talk much. Anyway, what about you? Oh, well, I'm not really in clubs or anything. You've been hanging around with Hanako and that blonde Amazon, though, right? Blonde Amazon? I suppose Lily has the height to fit the description, if nothing else, but I nod in response without making too fine of a point about things. Then don't worry about it. As long as you've got some friends, you don't need to join a club. A loud whistling from the field stops. Okay, ouch, that looks painful. That guy has really bad luck. As she continues to look out on the field, I can't help but being reminded of her own injuries to her left arm, ending in a stump rather than a hand, has been bandaged up for the entire time I've been in Yamaku, and her injury doesn't seem that new. She turns to talk to me again and catches me looking. Both of us sit in awkward silence as she takes her bandaged arm and holds it in her lap without remaining hand. Sorry, I guess I'm still a bit. It's fine, really. Her tone is light, but neither of us anything afterwards. Every disabled student has their own way of dealing with their problems, but some finding a condition troublesome is only natural. I'm concluded among them all, after all. The injured guy from the soccer manages to get onto his feet with some help and ends up hobbling off the field with one arm over the shoulder. Probably just pulled a muscle if he could still manage to walk. The muscle blows again and the game continues one more. Hanging out with Hanako and that blonde girl, so you keep some pretty strange company. How so? It's just that Hanako's kind of, I don't know, shy. No, it's not really that. She's got some issues, I think. I can't really put it in a nice way. Not that I don't think she's a nice person. She's perfectly nice. Just hard to deal with. It sounds like Mickey, or at least some other people in class, have tried to get closer to Hanako in the past, and it didn't go well. I think her judgment is rather harsh, given that everyone, not just those in Yamaku, have their own issues. And again, I haven't known Hanako for that long, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was some stuff I didn't know about. I'll just take it as it comes. She's a nice person, and I think she would be all that, which just matters. Nikki's eyes narrow a little, and her smile peaks. You really like her, don't you? He certainly doesn't mince words. I'm the type nigga to say, to be completely honest, yeah, I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, bro, I like Hanako, okay. Oh, I should have saved though. Figgity, fat bitch fuck. Oh, fat bitch fuck. Damn. To be honest, I think it's kind of cute. If you want to go for it, don't let me stop you, thanks. She may say that, but she's just talking about Hanako having issues. Still, I want to hold myself to the words. I said Hanako's problems don't matter. I'll deal with anything that comes up because I want to help her. If there's even the smallest possibility that I could pull Hanako out of her depression and seclusion, then I shall work towards that no matter what. If she needs a prince, then I will be that prince. As I think about the possibility of a relationship, I can see Mickey grinning at me while washing my face. I no doubt blushing, looking away from her only makes my... It gives off an indifferent vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than a woman. Her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel the notion either. Glancing at my watch shows that the lunch break is ending in only a few minutes. Lunch is about to end. Want to head back? Yeah, we better. I pick myself up the grass. Dust falls Mickey to pick her up as well. She takes it and easily pulls herself up, showing the muscles moving in her toned bare arms in the process. Come to think of it, why aren't you wearing the normal girl's blouse? It's too hot and constricting. The boy's uniform is always better. She throws her arms around a bit to emphasize her point, which has the side effect of showing off her one particular part of her body that would be especially constricted by the blouse. What? Oh, she's wearing a dude's shirt. It sounds like you're settling in. That's a relief. It was pretty surprising to get a transfer student at this point in the year, considering the exams are coming up. Don't remind me. Haha, don't worry about them. Just cram it and you'll be fine. That doesn't sound like good advice. She claps my shoulder a couple times as she grins. I don't think she takes school very seriously. You seem like a smart guy, and Mewtwo's taken to you well. You're like a hand in a glove. Now to work out whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I still don't know what to make of this school. I've been here a few weeks already, and I still feel like a breeze. You'll get used to it. Just give it some time. It's only a high school, just like any other. She makes it sound so simple, but I've never thought about it that way. To me, Yamaku symbolized a marked shift in my life. I was no longer normal. I was indifferent, and was to be educated with indifferent people. She makes it sound simple, but never thought about it that way. To me, Yamaku symbolized... Yeah, I'll read that back. As we continue to talk, I find myself smiling. Mickey and I are very different people in almost every way, but it feels good to have gotten to know another classmate a bit better. Okay, shout out to my homegirl, Mickey. That's the homegirl. Lily and Mickey are the homegirls for sure. I fuck with Shizune and what's face. They just irritating folk. They always trying to get a nigga to do something. Lily's voice slits on the... I stopped gazing into the side. Shit. Okay, Lily, you looking good, girl. With a preach of the shoulder sweater and a tan wrinkle-length skirt, in addition to tan sandals, she's quite a nice sight, literally. Yeah, I'm over here, Lily, near the gate. Were you able to sneak away from Hanako? Yes, it's not uncommon for me to go out during weekends, so I don't think she noticed anything suspicious. That and she has someone she sees. What? Is someone really? No, it's just she sees a therapist every so often on weekends. Oh, well, that does make a lot of sense. Oh, thank God. My heart stopped. Lily rubs her arm uncomfortably, and after one look at her troubled expression, I quickly move to change the topic away from Hanako. Huh? Yes. I was just wondering, you can get around the city on your own? Lily sighs at the concentration surrounding the topic of her blindness. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I can, yes, but it's easier when I'm out with a friend or my sister, though. Being the only child, it's hard to imagine what having a sibling would be like, so it makes me a little envious of her. Right, well then the bus arrives in a few minutes, so we should probably get a move on. Indeed, it's a long wait, we'll miss this one. With that, we set off for the bus stop on the hill. It's only a small distance. Where the fuck did I get the word king from? Hello? From the school gates. It's a very nice view from here. Coming from the city, I never really got to see a scenery like this, let alone on a daily basis. This area is nice for me as well. It's tranquil and away from the noise and smells of the city. Lily's head perks up in trademark gestures of her, signifying that she's caught a sound. Oh, here comes the bus. Hearing is quite a useful tool. The bus only takes a short while to reach the stop by forcing its way up the road. Within a minute or so, we are on our way to the city. Alright. Walking around the city, I feel a distinct nostalgia. The smells, the traffic, tall buildings everywhere. It's like my naive, yeah. It's like being back in city town, baby. Lily had wrapped her arms around mine, extending her cane in front of her with her other hand. For a moment, I'm startled, but I managed to keep enough of a lid on it to not on it for Lily not to notice when it's not the first time that Lily's relied on me for guidance. She only held onto my sleeve and cuffed before. It's logical that it would be easier for her to navigate a crowded and complex area such as the city while securing links, but I am far from being used to this kind of contact from Lily. Finally, realizing the growing silence between us, Lily waits for me to get moving. I quickly kick my butt in gear. You know, it was quite the surprise that Hanako likes to sing. You ever heard her do that before? I have indeed. We've been to karaoke sessions several times along with my sister. I can't say I take to the activity much, but the other two like it. Maybe Hanako doing karaoke is more fitting than I initially thought. Just her and those she knows alone with me. It would give her a rare chance to let her guard down with nobody else there to judge. Right. Maybe it would be nice to bring her into town for a karaoke birthday party if she likes doing it. I'm not sure she would deal very well with the excitement. I moved to protest, but her face shows that she's mulling the proposal over some more. It takes quite some time for her to come to a conclusion. Then again, the best thing we can do for Hanako at this point is to try to create some pleasant birthday memories. Continually treating her as if she's abnormal will help. I think you're right. If she has something to remember apart from the loss, then maybe if we bought her something nice. You know, I think Hanako can handle something like this in the time I've spent besides her. I've learned that she isn't quite as frightfully fragile as I thought at first. So shall we be off? I'm not really sure about the layout of the area. Very well. I might like to suggest something to eat first. I haven't either, so that sounds like a good plan. Make sure you choose a nice place, though. She gives a teasing smile, one that makes me feel reflexively and smiles, even if she can't see that. I'll make sure I know. Don't worry. Once inside, I order 2 slices of pie, accompanying a tea, and make to the table. I'd peg this calf as the type to appeal to Lily, small and quiet, but well kept and somewhat upscale, going by the identity smile she wears. I don't really know if I chose right. It's very, very rare to see her not smiling after all. Nevertheless, I take a seat near her at one of the corner tables and lay down our small meals. Gingerly brings her head over the slice of pie placed in front of her, delicately taking in the aroma. Lemon pie, is it? Thank you, Hisayo. She nods apprehensively, but judging from the slightest weak smile she has, the warning wasn't really necessary. I suppose that sound must have tipped her off to its position. We both tucked into our food without further ado, both of us remaining largely silent as we do. Lily isn't the type to appreciate discussion while eating, and I can't say I like it either. Eventually, we finish both our meals, and the last of our teacups follows in short order. Lily, the first to break the silence. That was very nice. I must say, you chose it quite well, Hisayo. This is the first time I've really had much of a look around the city, so all I could really choose is somewhere that looked nice. Wait till you get the bill, Gangle. Wait till you get the bill, twin. Wait till you get the bill, twin. Oh, damn, sorry. I feel really bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily, but she doesn't appear to mind much. Quite the opposite. She almost looks amused by an awkward attempt at apology. You are thoughtful, Hisayo, but sometimes I fear it gets the better of you. There is no need to change your speech on my account. Lily truly is pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasten to change the subject, as I can't really say that I share her confidence in that matter. Not literally, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I couldn't crack seeing jokes with a blind person or walking jokes with a lay person. But you know what I mean. Have you lived here for very long? It seems like you have this place pretty much sorted out. I've attended Yamako since the start of high school, but I didn't walk around the city very much. Besides, because of Kira, my sister picked me up and dropped me off. Oh right, you mentioned not living in the dormitories until recently. It's quite a surprise. I just assumed she'd be living here since entering Yamako at very least, which would give her a few years. I've lived with my family for most of my life. Then I was just together with my sister when my family moved to Inverness long before, and Akira working longer hours, I ended up having to move. Inverness? Is that somewhere in Scotland? Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland. The birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though. Huh. The question of what gave Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I never thought to ask. That answered that then. To be honest, I never guessed, considering you have no accent, but I'm guessing you were born here. Full marks. I am thankful for my heritage, though, as without it, I'd likely have not been taught English so early in my life. And what of you, Hisayo? What about me? She gives a moment's thought. She probably should have thought of what to ask me before switching the topic. I'll go with, what are your plans for the future? To be honest, I haven't thought much about that recently. After my incident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako has been enough for me. In fact, I don't think I've thought that all about a future for some time now. It seems almost futile. This is your last year of school. After this, you will have to fend for yourself one way or another. It's not like I don't know that. I just haven't put much thought into it since. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized that she doesn't really know enough about my situation to go too deeply into this. I mean, shit, my situation is not too crazy. I'm a nigga. I'm finna graduate. Shit. I need a bitch. I need a reason to lock in. Shit, I don't got no reason to lock in. I'm just chilling. So did you give me good ideas for a present? To be honest, no. I've never been very good at picking them. And absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around. Hearing Lily utter those words throws me. Right, how do we use that? It's just a reaction I was expecting. It's simple. You can go window shopping and just tell me what is around. If something interesting comes up, then we might get an idea. Right, I'm still not sure of this, but I think we'll manage. Hanako and my sister and I managed to do it very well. With Lily's simplistic, but rather optimistic statement, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see. It's hard to think of Hanako going shopping. She doesn't feel like the type. Bro, I'll just brain fart midway through a sentence sometimes. She doesn't feel like the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading much magazines or the like. In the fact, I think I've really seen her do as a hobby is read books. That's what I'm saying. There's a houseware shop just ahead. Looks like it's mostly crockery though. I can't think that she'd have much for need for that. What type of message would that send her? Cook more food? That's not such a bad idea, maybe. Sometimes it's best to leave these things alone, Hisayo. Once again, I get the feeling that Hanako exploits in the kitchens aren't always successful. Lily must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see. Next along is a bookshop. That seems like a good one. She's always reading. Yes, but there are a few problems with books. I'm not quite sure what she has and hasn't read. What about a gift card then? There's nothing impersonal as giving someone a gift card. It's like saying I don't know enough about you to work out what you like. I always thought of it as giving something, making sure they got what they wanted. Giving people gifts is supposed to show them that level of affection you have for them. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, then how much could you think of them? Damn, I ain't gonna lie, Lily be dropping some fucking quotes, bro. Lily be dropping some quotes. Lily be dropping some hard ass quotes. I didn't expect this game to be this interesting, bro. To be honest, I didn't expect this game to be this interesting. I ain't gonna lie, that shit low key fire.
Oh my god, this motherfucker. Let's go.
Felipe!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
What the hell? Oh my god. He put his whole ass in that man's face. Nah, that's a fade. That's actually a fade, bro. Whole ass in this nigga's face, though. Whole booty hole in the nigga face. Like, bro, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god!
You gotta drink before you dance.
You got it, Felipe.
You gotta drink.
You got it, Felipe. Oh my god! Oh my god!
My face now smells like ass. No bullshit.
Bro. I would kill that nigga, bro.
I know, Vincent, careful,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta get your get back giggle. Good shit, good shit. That nigga put his whole asshole in your face, nigga. You just caught an asshole to your face, nigga. You know how fucking, bro, I'm gonna kill that nigga. I'm gonna shoot him in his fucking face. Well, I can see her point. If you're going to get something for someone, then you should put at least some thought into it. If I was going to get Hanako something that reminds me of her, then what is good as a gift card? In that case, what did you get Hanako last year? A porcelain doll. I thought if she had someone to talk to, it might help her ease the pain. A doll isn't going to criticize her after all. So should I be looking for a doll shop? If you could be so kind to keep a lookout for one, that would be great. Sounds good to me, though I wish you mentioned it earlier. But if I did, then you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you? Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is constantly analyzing every store we walk past for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else. We wandered the streets and was endless of adult talk. The simple act of searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to getting Hanukkah's gift, if I can find one, that is. This is hopeless. I thought we'd be able to find something in the city for sure. And I'm sure we've walked down these streets at least once before. That almost sounds like you're giving up, Isayo. I'm not, but it's a lot harder than I thought. Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe you should actually go into some shops and have a look around. That might work. I've never been good at window shopping. Lily and I circle around the streets one more time, popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up especially appropriate. Hanuko's tastes are often quite hard to pin down at the best of times. Thanks to her intensively private nature, those tastes we do know are hard to accommodate. May we take a break for a minute? I'm a bit exhausted. I agree and leave Lily to rest against the railing while I go get a couple drinks from the vending machine nearby. And grabbing myself some lemonade, I find myself a bit lost, not really knowing Lily's taste. I decide to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly, but it's not too weird. Strawberry flavored milk. Back. I walk up to her and place the card into her outstretched hands, making sure she has a grasp before letting it go. Before opening it and talking about a really tenacious sip, approving smile after smelling me, I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quiet drink for a few minutes. A familiar soft ringing from Sylvia. It's the phone. You mind if I take this? It's fine, don't worry. I was to me before turning away and flipping the phone open, bringing it to the side. Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She really is a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popularity in school. It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast with each other in both personality and appearance. For a few minutes, I just lean back and drink, watching her. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up, placing her phone back in the pocket, leaning against the railing. Sorry, just a friend from class. I take one final swig from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her card to throw away after soon finish relatively leave. You seem to have a lot of friends. Oh? Lily waits for me to continue. Her interest peaked. I was just thinking that you and Hanako contrast heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of things you do or knowing the people you know. You seem to think about Hanako quite a bit. I don't know. It's just she's mysterious, and I guess I kind of want to know more about it. Her, which isn't easy. It almost sounds like you're down in the relationship. I don't think it's that. I want to do more for her. Being her friend and all, I don't even really know how she sees me. The statement seems to interest Lily quite a bit. I wonder if Hanako said something about me to Lily during their conversations. I'm about to ask what's on her mind as she picks herself up from the railing. Shall we be off then? Her expression showed me she's playing games with me. Lily knows damn well that she's leaving me hanging. With a sigh, I pick myself up off the railing as well. I have a brief look around. We have stuff to do. So I just try and get back to her. What are we gonna get for a gift, nigga? We gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. Lily knows the secrets, but she not gonna snitch. She's sticking to the code. Unlike that nigga D'Angelo Russell. She's sticking to the code. Unlike Swaggy P. Oh my god, bro. She's sticking to the code, nigga. She's standing on that business. Say, Lily, the doll you got, Hanako, was it new? Well, yes, I'm not sure what. Oh, I know what you mean. I think I found a shop across the road. Oh, is it some kind of toy shop? It's an antique shop. I think it's probably going to be our best bet. Really? I didn't even know we had one. I missed it the first time we went by here. It's pretty well hidden. Well, then it can't hurt to check. Inspired by this newfound dust ourselves. Alright. We in a little antique shop. Beautiful. Shout out to this nigga right here. Almost bored to look through his particularly small eyes. What's good, Unc? Lily holds tightly onto my arm as I find myself having split efforts between making sure we don't miss a potential gift for Kaneko and making sure Lily doesn't inadvertently bump into anything. The task is quite difficult given the haphazard a way that the store layout is many things poking out of the shelves there on a sitting piece of furniture, but eventually we safely arrive at an old desk covered in dolls and teddy bears. I think this is the right place. There's pretty much every kind of doll you could imagine here. That should make the choice much simpler. Could you please pick one for Hisayo? I had a feeling it would come to this. I picture Hanako in my mind and try to imagine which of the dolls before me would suit her the best. My eyes wander across the collection. Each one is exquisite. As the one before it, the sheer number of styles is boggling, but eventually one catches my eye. Here, what about this one? I picked up a small porcelain doll that looks to be at least somewhat affordable, dressed up in Victorian-era green dress with a little brown hat. Kind of looks like Lily. I gently pass it to her, who luckily feels away at the object while wearing a slight look of concentration. Do you think it would suit Hanako? I think it would. It could look good in her room. In that case, I trust your judgment, and will you be getting her something as well, or, I should get her something myself, but I don't think getting her another doll is such a great idea. Maybe, not far from us. Wait here, I think I found something. My, that was fast. I gingerly walk through the collection of crystal glassware and pick up the box. Wooden sides are covered in the carving depicting ancient battles around the castle. The top, however, looks far too familiar, alternating squares of wood. Right. That's a really nice item. It's a chest set from overseas. The store owner's sudden appearance startles me a little. I didn't see him approaching at all. I suppose he's trying to help us because we don't really look like we know what we're looking for. Or, on the other hand, maybe he wants to keep an eye out because he suspects we might be shoplifters instead. I'm looking for a present for my friend. I see. In that case, that chest set would make a fine choice. Realization floods my mind. This is a pretty good looking set, but this is an antique shop. They're not well known for their bargain prices. How old is this? This is a reproduction. My best estimate is about 5 years. I see. How much? He thinks a little over before telling me dishearteningly. I'll let you take it out for 7,000 yen. I buck a little. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but does that seem perfect? Then again, maybe that's a testament to how well we worked out how much that couldn't make it 5,000, 5,500, no longer. I'm sold. Oh, we'd also like to get the doll. So over my shoulder, focusing on Lily and the doll, his hands there. He visibly takes them with the switch motor gears. His smile drops slightly. I guess that means not everything is towards reproduction. Are you quite sure that that's the doll you want? I trust my friend's judgment. I see it. No offense. None taken. If you could please wrap it up for me, I would be appreciated. Yes, of course, but it's 20,000 yen. Reaching for his head because 5,000 yen knows. Dutifully takes them and proceeds to the counter. Are you sure about this? It's okay. I have the funds. I need it. As I said, I trust your judgment. Firstly, because you just spent a lot of money on air conditioning. Secondly, because I have a feeling the value of the gift isn't high enough. Nevertheless, Lily does seem to get somewhat awkward whenever the mention of money comes about. I hand the shopkeeper my present and the money for it in return. He puts the... This nigga just came up on 27,000! Be careful on your way home and do come again. Thanks. Indeed, thank you very much. The stop, he bowed, yeah. I'm feeling a little impatient to give them the Hanako. It's a common reaction to buying gifts, wanting to see the reaction of the receiver. As a part, we want to return the Hanako just to confirm her condition with my own eyes. So, should we head back? Let's. We've done a lot of walking around. I shan't mind taking a rest back at the dormitories. Lily's right. Now that we need to find a shop is over, my legs are feeling quite tired. Back to school for us. I'm looking forward to feeling a bit. Lily holds out her arm to link with mine. Together we make our way back to the bus stop. 1, 2, 3, switch, and me on a date. Block with a bait. Mewtwo reads equation. Yeah, fuck that, I don't care. I have little doubt that's why walking around town for so many hours has made me quite so sore. It's depressing and it reminds me of one more thing I can't do. Now, Ike Izawa. It's odd for Mewtwo to ask Hanako a question, but not unheard of. She quickly jumps to her feet, a little startled, and immediately pins her eyes into him. She knows that Mewtwo is calling on her as well, so all the eyes in the classroom are going to be on her. The way she doesn't run the risk of making eye contact with anyone else. Yes. In this particular example of a redox reaction, the combust of methane, even though it's a softball question, she timidly waits a bit before answering, biting down slightly on her lower lip to keep concentration. Heat. Well done. That is an exothermic reaction. Hanako takes her seat once again and gives a relief sigh. A shaky start, but it's something. It'll be nice to take her out for her birthday somewhere different. Hey! Right then, for the remainder of the class, I'd like you to work in groups of 4 on the problems in Chapter 12. Mewtwo sits behind his desk. Regardless, I look to my right and pick out someone to form a group with. Given the 2 smiling faces hovering near mine, I don't think I'm going to get much say. I suppose we have a group then. Hee-chan, you want to work together? Okay, that's great. It's really been a while. The class begins in the process of noisily shuffling the desk around, with Shizune doing the same as she puts hers in front of mine. Truth be told, working with Shizune and Misha is probably a good outcome. Shizune and I are pretty good at the subject, and Misha has a really nice handwriting. Good afternoon, Hanako. Hello. Probably noticed I'm okay after looking it up. Shi-chan says you're looking for a group, you can join ours. Hanako looks down and blushes a little at the offer. Out of all the people in the class, Hanako's most familiar with the 3 of us, so it's reasonable she'd come up. Then again, her actually coming up to a group with the intention of joining them is something she apparently very rarely did before. She leaves briefly to drag her desk over, and Shizune and Misha wheel back to me as soon as our backs turn. I guess we get to play again, Hee-chan. You hardly ever play with us anymore. I wonder why. You 2 always seem to have ulterior motives. That hurt, Hee-chan. I'd almost think you were insulting us. But it's Hee-chan, so I know you're joking. You're such a great sense of humor about it, but it'd be awful for someone to take advantage of your good nature, like making you help them with their work. Wow. Shizune seems excited for a second. A little surprised that I'm willing to challenge her, but when she sees Hanako coming back, she backs off with a smile. I guess the mind games are over early today. Bro, shout out to my twins here. These my twins. These the twins. Hanako gently sets down her desk in front of Misha's. Her eyes are locked downwards, and I'm left wondering why until I look around the class. Type shit. It's strange. No one bats an eyelid when Hanako runs out of the class to avoid group work, but now that she's making an effort, they're staring at her like as if she's done something wrong. We all move to sort ourselves out, spreading our textbooks. Hi, Hanako. It's nice to finally work with you. Yeah. Are you the reason Hee-chan has been avoiding us lately? Shichi-chan says it's a little rude, but if Hee-chan wanted to spend time with a cute girl, it's understandable. I don't think it's like that. Hanako starts to fidget with her unused. I think it's an ordinary person would drop the conversation by now, but Misha is like Misha barrels ahead with some questions too quickly for me to get a chance to interject and guide discussion somewhere more comfortable. Really? So he wasn't hanging out with you yesterday? No. I could feel my cover being blown away. Lily didn't want Hanako to know that we were out buying gifts, let alone planning out her birthday party. It wouldn't be good for her to find out. Yeah, I was doing something else. You know how it is. Really? I wonder what was so important for you trying to blow us off like that. If it wasn't spending time with Hanako, who could it be really interesting? Now that it's starting to feel like an interrogation, I'm surprised at how Misha is able to exert such a feeling of pressure without actually intending to. Were you with Lily? Out of nowhere, Hanako manages to stumble on the answer. She may be dreadfully quiet and shy, but she's intuitive. Oh, fuck! What makes you say that? Yesterday, Lily said something similar. Suspicious, Chi-chan. I demand that you explain yourself. Hey, shouldn't we be doing the assignment? But it's so mysterious, even Hanako wants to know. It's true for the expression on her faces. I said she wants to know as well. I apologize to Lily, she really didn't want to know. It doesn't seem... I feel a rush of conflicting emotions, so I jump up. I couldn't readily identify them, but I calmed down to speak. Alright, I'll tell you. I went to town with Lily, but it wasn't what you think. Lily and I were... For Honako's birthday, we were...
like, I gotta go take you a little bit than I thought she would. A brief silence passes. Shizune and Misha looks at others sheepishly. I could tell that they didn't expect their game to turn out like this. Misha looks up at Hanako in order to apologize, then pauses. Hanako is staring at the middle of her desk and barely moving a alley. Hanako, I'm sorry. There's a few seconds pause, but Hanako lifts her head and shakes. It's okay. Her expression looks odd, like she's very tired.
That doesn't seem natural. Oh shit! I almost just failed. Cuz. Oh crap! I almost just failed, nigga. Anyway, nobody really wants to continue with the current conversation, so we open our textbooks and group work. This is pretty dull. What the equation is supposed to. Man, get these two other bitches off my screen. They're blowing me. Let me go talk to Hanako, bro. You done fucked up my birthday surprise. You niggas can't do nothing right. Misha, on the other hand, is scrunching up her lips, very visibly trying to make heads or tails of what we're doing. Hanako is looking on quietly, absorbing what we write and what I say. She usually has the same expression as usual. Hey Hanako, do you understand this? Misha looks to Hanako. I suspect her hope is more to find a comrade in ignorance rather than genuine hope. I am not really, I guess. I'm surprised by how tense she is answering, but she settles back down. She breathes out. You okay? I could go over it a bit if you want to. Hanako shakes her head slightly, but then again, I don't think she needs the extra explanation, despite what she just said to Misha. Quickly interjects into they're slowly going through it step by step. Times like this remind me of what kind of work may not be mechanical for everyone. It just feels like the gas with a suspect. Blah, 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 blah. School shit, school shit, school shit. Interesting. A little more strongly this time, but she turns away and she says, this only makes me doubt her answer. At the same time, I can tell she doesn't want to talk about it further. We had one very awkward conversation today that I'm still not fully over. I don't want to pursue the matter too much more. We settle back into our routine. Hanako, you're being too quiet. You have to contribute too. Someday we might work on a bigger project, like one that's so big it's worth celebrating afterwards, like for ice cream or cake. If you act like this, we won't take you along. I could tell that you're trying to tease her to bring her out of her shell, but I don't think that kind of approach will work on Hanako. Guys, don't tease her like that. It's all in good fun. She-chan says she teases everyone anyway. They do back off one, though, with Misha moving away from the issue by asking me a question again once safely awkward. It takes me more time to... Hey, the clock is kind of ticking down. We should speed up a little. Shi-chan, you sound a little like Shi-chan there. Just because I'm looking all RNGs, is it really all it takes? Time management and suddenly I'm the student council president? I looked at Hanako's desk to see how she's doing. She freezes. Our papers are covered in equations, but Hanako's only halfway there. It seems like she hasn't written anything in the past 20 minutes. When I realized that, I want to kick myself for how dumb I've been. I should have known that someone as foul as Hanako wasn't going to brush off what happened so easily, but I've been too eager to move on from an awkward situation. And for the last half an hour, I had no clue. Her pen is still in her hand, but she doesn't slow spin it around. She like it. It's only the fact that she tries to inch away once she feels Suzune and Misha looking at her. Though on the outside, she has a shutdown almost completely. I know that it's a different story on the inside. What kind of things she'd been thinking about? If she weren't frozen to the seat, she would probably run out of the room right now. Rachel's questions are loud enough to be heard throughout the entire classroom, and for a second, I'm ready to snap at her. my god. Nigga, what? Bro, why did he send us out here with the deaf bitch? With the non-speaking bitch? So there's sighs before looking at me. Even without words, I can tell her what she's asking. I'll take Hakano to the nurse. Is that okay by you? I try to communicate with my intentions through hand gestures, but I don't feel like I managed. Azune makes a deary face in response to my just she's confirming my impression. She stabs her finger in the air decisively, first at me, then Hanako, then towards the stairs. She waits for me to nod before pointing at herself. I get the feeling Shizune is much better at this than I am. I nod at her, since her plan, after all, is the same as mine, Shizune. Are you okay with me taking you to the nurse's office? Hanako doesn't say anything but nods. She stands up in place by herself. When I begin to walk, she obediently follows. I've read about people being katanic before, but I think it's the time I'm seeing it for myself. She looks extremely tired after everything that's happened. It's not surprising. It lies on the bed in the infirmary, and the nurse take our leave. He shuts the curtains behind us, and both of us take a seat quietly and thoroughly go through everything that happened in some detail. I want to understand what happened, and the nurse has a good chance of anyone knowing. He nods throughout my explanation. His face looked troubled as I finished. It must have been troubling for you to have seen all of this. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I get that she fainted, but he nods, but his face is cloudy. You don't know either. Well, yes, I know it's complicated. I assume you've heard about the concept of a patient confidentiality. This is a bit of a minefield in that respect. I'm going to put this pretty bluntly. This is a matter of Isawazawa and me and her therapist. I moved to protect, but think better of it. I want to deny what he says, but if I think this through rationally, what he says makes perfectly sense. Facts. Good. I wish I could help you more, but I think Ikuzawa needs right now isn't someone prying into her past or her emotions. She just needs somebody to be there for her. She needs a friend. For what it's worth, I think you've done well in bringing her here. Sounds like you and your friends dealt with the situation well too. I'd give you a lollipop or a sticker as a reward, but you might be too old for that. He gives a cocky grin, obviously trying his best to lighten the atmosphere. I'm not really in a laughing mood. Thanks, B. Do you mind if I stay with Hanako? I appreciate the thought, but I think it would be better to let her rest for now. She'll be back to her dormitory for the evening, so you can visit her. I agree with him before standing, and it feels like all I can do is... A couple of questioning glances. Mewtwo raises his eyebrows to get my attention when I pass by the desk. Nakai, I take it was on what is this? Yeah, I took it. I said he should. I made the right call. He scratches his chin. Fuck. Everyone, I want you to continue with the exercise. Nakai, I'll see you in the hallway, please. Speech is hushed, but overall, he doesn't seem to be reacting. Oh, I know. It's soundless. Nakai, what do you think the purpose of this school is? To cater to the special needs of disability? Yeah, that. Mewtwo scratches his head as he shakes it. No, if we wanted to do that, we would have built a whole new school from scratch, one floor, talking whiteboards, that kind of thing. Look around, Nakai. Think school is about giving you all a future that you have been denied in regular education, huh? Think of the way if we wanted you to graduate and go straight into a hospital, do you think we'd put this much effort? Yeah, Mewtwo's just talking at his ass. No. That's right. We want you all to leave here as useful members of society. I'm not quite sure I'm following you. I have high hopes for you, Nakai, and possibly the first student I've had gets my lectures. That isn't something that a teacher should be admitting to freely. You should easily take your studies of science well into university. Have you ever considered that? I can't say I have. Well, what have you considered for your future, that is? I can't say that I've put much. See? I'm distinctly reminded of Lily's question about the same Cubs egg. It's only a little over 5 months since I'm gasping for air on the ground. It's too much soon to be thinking about my future. Besides, Hanako's problems seem much bigger than mine right now. Mewtwo gives a disappointing sigh. Think of this place as an opportunity. Here you are, boundless facilities, good teachers, plus the added bonus of the nursing staff. This should be really nothing but thinking of the future. Right. As I raised my head to meet his gaze, a thought occurs to me. It's almost like Mewtwo totally sidestepped the issue at hand. Why do none of the fast seem to care about Hanako skips class? I've seen you watch her walk out. She shouldn't really say something. It isn't really that simple. Every student has special needs. If it weren't for that, then we wouldn't be able to have a school here. For example, I wouldn't keep you in class if you were having trouble, but that's not. Mewtwo cuts me off before I can think of finishing my sentence. Ikawazawa's case is very much like that, but instead of CPR or pacemaker, what she needs is time and space. The faculty was made aware of this from the day she arrived. Thus, whenever she feels the need to leave class, we let her do so. And even though she isn't a star pupil, she seems to pass all of her exams, so it hasn't affected her ability to study. Isn't that enough? I open my mouth to protest, but I find a fault in this argument. While her condition does at first seem to be wholly psychological, its worst effects have been on her psyche. It still puts me off, though. Isn't he just passing on the responsibility for her problem? Surely she can't go like this for her entire life. I understand that you might not be used to this kind of thing. It's been a big change for you. That said, they're gonna send me to this school for reading. My fucking lord. That said, it's less than a year until graduation now. Maybe you won't have to get used to the school. Maybe you keep your head down, and I'm sure you'll be able to do well enough in your exams. I numbly nod, more to simply acknowledge that I'm listening to our agreement. I was getting used to the school, but it feels like it's just been thrown back into my face. What about Hanako? I hope that she will perform well enough to do what she wants to do. I hope, yeah. Well, that is, I don't know. Not all students leave school with an idea of what they want to do, unfortunately. He takes care of to emphasize the last words. Today's been a troublesome day for you. I doubt you'd be able to concentrate much anyway. After all that's happened, I'd allow you to take the rest of the day off. Your grades have been good in the classes so far, which makes me think you won't have any trouble catching up on what we've been doing. He gives a small smile along with his praise. If it makes up for the seriousness of his lectures. Go collect your things and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, thank you. I'm also still bothered by the fact that Hakuno was helped at least as much by Shizune, her enemy, by proxy as by myself. But I don't know whether that is just a male bravado or genuine concern. While I connect Hakuno's and my things, I continue to try and sort out my feelings. I want to say I understand her, that I'm here for her, that I'm there for her, but while I might have been able to say that just yesterday, I can't say it now. I wish I could. I lay on my bed trying to collect my thoughts. After Hakuno's panic attack, I found myself fundamentally reassuring the relationship we share, what I know about her. I've had a hard enough time dealing with 4 months in the hospital. One look at her scars tells me that she was in there for a lot longer than I was. Be that as it may, I know next to nothing about her past. She has told me about the house fire, but only in the most basic way. And what of her family? I still haven't asked Lily about them. There hasn't been much a good opportunity to bring it up. I don't know where she grew up or what her old school was like, nor of her past friends' wishes, not facts. In the classes, with all my luck, Lily will soon realize that neither Hanako nor I are around and return to the dormitories. My mobile phone starts ringing and cutting my thinking as soon as I've really been called since coming to Yamaku. Hello? Hiyaso Nakai speaking. Oh, Hisayo, I'm glad I found you. You weren't at any of our usual places. I thought this would be the fastest way to contact you. Probably should have guessed it would be Lily, as she's one of the few people I've given my number to, even though her voice sounds slightly on edge. Hanako and I left class early. She had some kind of panic attack. The line goes silent. As if it weren't for the background static, I would have thought Lily hung up. I understand. Could you come by my room? I'd like to talk with you. Sure, I'd appreciate the chance to have a bit. Good. I also have some bad news. I think we should discuss this in person. What? Okay, I'll be right there. Oh, no, cuz. Looking a little worse from my fear. No, cuz. Well, there's no point in either of us waiting. Would you mind going first and say what happened today? My memory of the incident is all beginning to fade, but I explained it the best I can. Lily inviting Hakano to work with the group. Shizune and Misha's questioning are for Frey. Subsequent panic attack. I add Shizune's reaction almost as an afterthought, but Lily seems to take some kind of comfort in hearing about it. I guess rivals don't become rivals for no reason. There must be some history there, but now isn't the time to explore that. She said her therapist sessions were helping, but I had my doubts. It's quite a shame. Her birthday has caused problems before, but I had hoped that she would improve with you around in the more intensive therapy. Where's Hakano now? Last time I saw she was in the infirmary. I guess she wasn't in the library or the tea room when I checked. I can only assume that too. You said you also had some bad news. What's the matter? Does it concern Nakano? Shifts her position and body weight, searching for the right words. My aunt has fallen gravely ill. I'm afraid I'm going to be heading back to Scotland to visit and spend some time with my family. Oh, damn. What? Is she alright? When do you leave? I'm not altogether sure of exactly how she's faring at the moment. Damn, I'm sorry, but here... Oh, man. Fuck! Your auntie dying. God damn. All them niggas I told fuck your dead auntie to, and it's coming back and biting me in my ass. That's code for needs to stay in the hospital. I've been stable long enough to know that. On the upside, stable is much better than critical condition. At least she's not on the brink of death. Stable, that's a relief. Yes, but this means I won't be here for Hanako's birthday party. I wanted to tell you now so we could think of something before we told Hanako, but after today's events, I'm not even sure if there's going to be an issue if we simply cancel the party. I don't think this is such a good idea. Hanako already knows that we're planning a party now. Also, we should do something for you going away, right? You make it sound as though I won't be coming back. If all goes well, I should only be gone for a week or possibly 2. Oh, that's one relief at least. With that in mind, what do you suggest? Given the circumstances, I don't think karaoke is really appropriate. You're not going away for the greatest of reasons, so having too much fun would feel wrong. Last year, I really couldn't get her out of her room. She locked the door. All I could do was leave food outside of for her. Perhaps the most depressed I've ever seen and heard Lily act. I feel sorry for her, given how defeated she must feel. Perhaps it would be better to throw the party before you leave then. That does sound like it'll be the easiest option. I think we should at least tell Hanako about your trip. Should we go visit her now? I think it would be a good idea. Part of me is dying to see Hanako. The last time I saw her, she looked like a death walking. Hanako's room is staringly bare, monotone, and there are no decorations. Even her bedsheets are monochrome. Suburbs of tracks left by her tears still sit on the reddened face. I quietly walk and said, oh, right, that's her friends. I'm tweaking. Hello, Hanako. Hiseo told me about what happened. Are you alright? Hanako's eyes open only a little bit. I'm okay. She tilts her head slightly to look at me, noticing my grimacing. I can't hide it. Sorry for making you worried. Really, I'm fine now. She really doesn't look nor sound okay, though. At least she seems more calm than we was. I said it before, right? You don't need to say sorry for this. Hiseo's right. I shouldn't have hidden something like a birthday celebration from you. Lily picks up the silence that follows. I'm the one who should be sorry, Hanako. Hanako's eyes open to peer at Lily. She looks at Lily for some time, taking in the face of those dark. Lily must have made the right impression on her as Hanako recovers enough to prop herself up on the bed and shift to this. Whatever. Hearing Hanako shuffling, Lily moves forward and feels out the side of the bed. Lily, if you want me to go, I don't want that. Lily and I are both surprised at Hanako mustering her courage. A half-mumbled okay is all I give. In reply, I take her desk chair to sit in. Hanako, I'm afraid I have some bad news. So Lily is going to break the news now with Hanako having affirmed our relationship, so clearly perhaps Lily thought this was the timing good, or at least as good. My aunt has fallen ill, so I need to return to my family in Scotland! Concern replaces Hanako's remorseful expression. Your family, you mean in Scotland, right? That's right, Akira and I will be leaving Saturday. So you're going away. I won't be gone for long, only a week or two. I'll be back before you know it. And he said, oh, that's right, I'm not going anywhere. Hanako seems to take only minor comfort in this, but she does manage to summon some resolve from somewhere inside her. Is your aunt going to be alright? I'm not sure. Silence falls. It's depressing that this truly brings out of her right another misfortune. I decided to bring up the only matter that brought us here to distract us. Anyway, we were thinking that it would be a good idea to have a going away party for Lily, and it could double as, I cut myself before mentioning her birthday, as this seems to be a trigger for some fierce emotions within her. Lily gives Hanako a gentle squeeze. Is it alright by you, Hanako? It won't be anything lavish or overdone, just something small in my room. So just in the school, just us? That's right, just the three of us if you like. I could ask Akira to come as well. Okay, you're only going away for a week. Only a week or two. Yes, I promise it won't be longer. Okay. Most people would be upset at hearing about a family member falling ill, but at the same time happy. Alright then. You look like you need a rest, Hanako, so it might be best if we all went back to our rooms for now. You know that if you ever want anything, you can always come talk to me or Hisei, alright? Lily's voice is pensive. I understand. Thank you, Lily, Hisei. Night. Lily doesn't seem to be doing well either. She looks pale and drawn. Are you alright? I'm just a little tired. It's been hectic recently. Have you slept at all? A little tired sounds like an understatement given how you look. I think I managed to get a couple hours of sleep before class. I'll be okay. I feel bad about pressing Lily right now, but I think both of us are pretty tired from everything that's happened. Well, I think you should get some rest. It's been a big day, and staying up isn't good for your complexion. Thank you for your concern, Hisei. Good night then. Okay, night, Lily. So I walked down the hallway. I can't get the image of Hanako in my head, huddled up, pitiable, lying helplessness with tears on her cheeks. I began to think she was just a normal, extremely shy person, but her problems run much deeper. Trying to take our relationship further than what we share now when she's so fragile and vulnerable wouldn't be right. I don't need to be more than her friend in order to protect her and try to stop anything. This is... The possibility of my feelings for her going beyond that doesn't matter anymore. Hanako was precious to me, and that's why I can't take advantage of her. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will feel... Hopefully tomorrow's a better day, bro. That's the game trying to tell me, for my sake, don't do it. Nigga, I don't... She makes sure she's a small presence, but man, this nigga said I find myself looking over her desk, just hallucinating, praying she appears. Nigga, that says a lot. I ain't gonna front the moon. That says a lot, cuz she makes sure she's as small of a presence as possible when she attends class. Although she had been getting better recently, the fact never changed. Nobody ever pays her any heed in class, and now that she's not here, they don't notice her absence. It's as if she's just her assistant. Lily did say that her skipping class was an unusual thing. Nisha is prodding me in the side with a mechanical pencil to get my attention. Hello, is anybody there? Hey, stop that. Ah, there we are. Welcome back to her, Feechon. What are you talking about? You keep on dozing off. I was beginning to think you might be trying to contact alien life. What? I really didn't get much sleep last night, so I doubt Misha's words. I'm not sure whether it was due to my medicine side effects, Hanako's panic attack yesterday, my worrying about her in general, all three. I yawned tiredly before resting my chin in my palm, having been reminded of how badly I slept. Hey, are you alright? Yesterday kind of rattled me as well. Yeah. I guess I want to speak to Akano again, though. Did you see her last night? Yeah, Lily and I talked to her. This may sound a bit weird, but can you tell Shizune thank you from both me and Lily? I know Lily technically didn't thank Shizune, but I could tell by her reaction last night that she wanted to at least. That's how it works out in my head. I think what she trying to say is you're welcome. The furious signing Shizune's red-handed cheeks tells me that she said it was entirely different. Her blatantly flustered expression is amusing enough to make me chuckle. That's funny, Brownie. What's so funny, Hee-chan? Was it something we said? No, that's not it. I was simply thinking about how cute Shizune can be at times. Wow, you're right. Shi-chan really is cute when she tries to be. I noticed that Misha decides not to sign her response to Shizune. Maybe Shizune's rage is enough for a counter to any quantity of cute. Nevertheless, Shizune's quick call. Alright, bro. I've had enough of this conversation with these two niggas. Turning away from them, I bet. What? I want you to come and have dinner with us. Dinner? And mull it over. The invitation certainly is tempting. I take away dinner from two cute girls is not a bad thing after all. The thought of Hanako locked up in a room keeps me from dancing on the edge of my mind. Sorry, I'll have to pass. Aww. Misha doesn't sign my response, but Shizune picks up on it easily enough the grimaces and disappointment. She moves her arm, assumingly beginning some form of either protest or concern. Oh well, it's your choice, Hee-chan. I promise I'll join you two another time if that helps. Misha perks up at this, but Shizune does share her reaction. What a flick. I return the gesture until they're out of the sight. I didn't think they'd be so disappointed, and it makes me feel a little bad for ditching them. Still, I have things to do. The girls' dormitory is especially rowdy today, with a number of girls loudly playing games and watching television in the common rooms. I can hear their voices even now, standing in front of Hakano's door. An odd contrast to the emptiness of the floor she's on. The voices from below make the emptiness feel all the more lonely. I hope Hanako would be in class today, especially after the talk Lily and I had with her last night, but I feel, not knowing what state she's in, I take a small breath before, as the seconds roar, I begin to think she might be asleep. The door handle rattles a little before I can raise my hand and knock again. The door opens, and a silver an eye appearing in the gate, only just large enough to fit it. I just stand and smile at her. I don't think words really can help me after all. The actors return, and Akano wordlessly looking at me. The gap's not wide enough to see her expression, so I can only guess what she's thinking. As we look at each other, the only sound being disembodied gaily from the ground. I'm not sure how long it takes, but eventually the eyes move away. I keep wondering whether she'll let me in or shut me out. Now that I have a full view of her in the bedroom, the first thing I notice is that Akano's hair is quite damp. She's recently showered, which has made me even more obvious by the scent of shampoo wafting towards me. The look on her face seems curiosity, as if she's not really sure what to make of me. Even so, I'm not really all of that sure what she's thinking. It seems as if she's gone for a long time, and now nothing returned, but neither of us. Hanako realizes she's staring, looking away awkwardly before turning to the side and gazing at her. I can see her hands filling in the folds of her oversized gown that hangs. To my surprise, it's not me, but Hanako that breaks the silence. Why? Because, why did I come here? I was worried about Hanako, so I came to her room. She let me in, as I'd hoped. And then what? What did I mean to do? Why didn't I think this through before coming here? I want to make up for what I feel I caused, at least partially. I wonder if this is what Kano felt when she saw lying in the sterile pastel blue hostel bed. A deep sigh steadies in my nervous and a little ends my stomach. I don't know, I just wanted to see you, I guess. Giving me a little surprise, looking up to her face, she gives me, since you're here, I'd like to play a game of chess with you. I almost hang my head in disbelief that all she wants to do after I've been winding myself up so much is play a game. Looking at her face, though, tenacious smile perched upon it, I realized that it's more than that. She could not have bothered answering the door. She could have shut it as soon as she saw my face. She could have asked me to leave. She could have rejected me at so many points, but she didn't. Now, with this calm face, she wants to play the game. The same game that we played when we first met. A feeling of relief washes over me. Everything will be alright. Hanako has led me into her world. As long as we can be together like this, I think everything will be alright. It would be my pleasure. There you go, King. Work, Gingo, work. Vid, I just want to let you know I've been streaming for 10 hours, nigga. This shit daily. This shit every day. Grinding. After this part, though, I'm finna go to sleep, cuz. To be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing Hanako and Lily in their pajamas again. Hanako's gown has grown on me, as looking rather cute, though a bit conservative, and Lily's shorts are thin and silken at the top and are a lovely combination. Wow. But the event is stained a little with the memory of Hanako's reaction to it. I still don't really understand what happened, only being able to vaguely guess at the possible reasons for it. But I don't think finding the answer would be as straightforward as asking her. With that in mind, I knock on the door next to Hanako's. Is that you, Hisayo? I can hear the pitter-patter of footsteps coming to the door. I don't think I've ever seen Lily's door locked before, and it makes me feel a little suspicious. Little underwhelming for a birthday party. Hanako returns to her seat at the table with a quick smile and a nod, leaving me to close and assume that they wanted me to be kept that way. Lock the door. As I do, soon I realize that the scene before me is an evening tea party just at any other two. To my relief, Hanako looks relatively calm. The break from class has probably done her good and given her time to wind down a bit. Wait, what did I say? Hold on. I take a seat between the two at the low table in the center of Lily's room and briefly cover tea. Okay, he didn't say nothing about tits this time. A tall brown bag close by Lily's side catches my eye. I covertly try to glance inside it a couple times, but I can't get a good enough look from here. Looking Hanako, it seems like she's as curious about it as I am. Hey, Lily. Lily finishes off her teacup. Shut up, bro. Yes. That was my favorite blind character ever. I was just wondering about the brown bag. She pauses for a moment and then gives a slight that would be Akira's present. Unfortunately, she said she was working and can't join us. Lily leans over and feels out the item inside before raising her arm. I raise an eyebrow as the two items, not one, rise from the pack. The glass next are grasped. Okay. Wine? There are two small thuds. One red and one white. I want to believe that it's fake, not alcoholic, but if it was, there wouldn't be any need to be this. How seriously are you? Lily's I'm not really convinced that she is. These would be the present from my sister. I know it's a bit questionable, but a little generic. If Lily took serious issue with it, I don't think she'd have agreed to quit. As far as the serious and responsible type, maybe like an older sister, yet I was wrong. We aren't even legally able to drink. That's what I was thinking. Well, in that case, I won't complain. They don't look bad either. I'm no connoisseur, but at least the bottles look nice apart from this. I can't really say I'm a total straight edge going by Hanako's expression. She's thinking the same thing. It's her birthday anyways. Shall I open one? Sure. My heart is beat. Hanako's head flicks around, Lily's eyes close as she insists. None of us want to be busted for that. Who is it? Let me in. I'm cold. Lily settles outside before Hanako opens the door. She immediately gets up and fusses with the gown moving, apparently not sure. Happy birthday, Hanako. Thank you, Akira. Gives a small bow while twiddling her fingers. So who's Akira? What? What? She's got a tall, studded out sister? She looks to be about the same height as Hanako and has short blonde hair that's quite roughly cut. Shout out to them. It's nice to have company after all, Akira. Did work let you off? Yep, I have to go back there in a bit, but I managed to get enough of a break to drive down. So this would be Hiseo. We started for direction. What's good, gangsta? Nice to meet you, my dog. You hear that clap? That's a beautiful dap, bitch, nigga. Come on. Nigga, if you hear that clap, that's a beautiful dap. Wait, if she already knows who I am, then that must mean Lily's talked about me. I wonder what she said. Sorry for not introducing you, Hiseo. This is Akira Soto, my elder sister. I think this is... The person in question loudly claps her hands together, making Hinako jump a little. Looks uneasy for a fraction of a second before getting back into her stride. Only now do I realize that Akira hasn't paid Akano's scars any undue attention. Akano also seems to be comfortable, if not exactly relaxed around Akira. Well then, I assume the presents got through. No point in waiting, considering Hiseo and the birthday girl look like they're pretty eager. Lily giggles after as I awkwardly turn away, a little more embarrassed by the fact that I couldn't hide my interest. Hanako's eyes are telling me that she wants to try the wine together with me, though I settle for a look of badly frightened indifference. Akira manages to uncork the first bottle with small effort, and Hanako goes to get some glasses. Oh, shit. Pull me up that shot. I'm finna get right. Pull me up a shot of that little deuce. We finna get right. My brother's in the crib. You know he come through with that pipe. His music hella nasty. It's gonna make me take a life. Gotta switch on back my clock. If he keep playing, take his pipe. Go. We take his pipe. Nigga, this is not X videos. We do not take no pipe, but we give it out. Your bitch might receive it. She's the... Damn. I was about to say she's a D lineman. She's stout. Oh, that's tough. Here's to Hanako and to Lily's trip. Cheers. Hold on. Put one back. Popping these pills till I feel nauseous. The pale yellow liquor is nothing like the stuff I've had with my parents, with the fruitiness and the flavor almost entirely hiding the taste of alcohol. It's possible that Akira just chose a wine which would be suited to our taste, since none of us are used to drinking alcohol. Well, at least I hope none of us are. This isn't too bad. I was expecting something harsher. If you hadn't liked it, I had a few other varieties you could have chosen from. You sound like you know your stuff when it comes to wines, though, literally. Only a bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ain't nobody drink no fucking wine, man. Give me a shot of anything clear. Anything clear as fuck, I'm taking a fat shot of, nigga. Put that shit in my cup. Me and bro gonna fuck it up. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't be drinking, bro, but if I'm with bro, if I'm with the guys, folk, or I'm with some bad shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm taking shotties. Take that edge off, keep me calm. Before I ain't even gonna lie, folks, video shoot with the guys be so funny. I need to go to another one, folks. Them niggas is so funny. Shout out to all the guys in that video shoot for my dogs. Lily grimaces slightly at her sister's boast. I note that she is sipping from a glass as she does so, though. Anyway, now that Akira's gift has been opened and sampled, we should move on to ours. Yes? This is for me. Carefully wrapped doll from under the table, hands the present, okay? It's beautiful. I'm not sure what reaction I was expecting from Hanako. She turns the doll around with the same delicacy she offered. I'm glad that you liked it. Hiseo picked it up, honestly. Hanako suddenly remembers that she is not alone in the room and shifts her focus from the doll. Yes, I like it. Thank you, Lily and Hiseo. Actually, I got you something else. I reached into my bag and wrapped up here. Happy birthday. Lily's doll next to her and opens the present with the same care. Before long, the chick is we crazy! I'm beating Shorty, free famous Richard, nigga! I'm beating Shorty! Free famous Richard, boy! Almost by accident, she triggers the catch to the lid, startling herself in the process. She opens it and retrieves one of the gray pieces. She seems as absorbed in the chess piece as she was in a doll before. They're coral. They're coral, natural coral, undyed, or so I'm told. Thank you, Hiseo. No problem, it's your birthday after all. That's right, my birthday. Once again, Hanako's reaction seems a little off, but she carefully closes the board. I noticed Akira is beginning to look very strained. I wonder if she knows anything about what happened in class, given that she seems to be trending the eggshells. I'll have to play you again sometime. I'll make sure I'll play you first. Hey, the act seems to settle her down somewhat, and we just sit in silence for a while. That's nice. That's nice. Shout out to bro. That's nice. Hanako drops the chess piece and fumbles a bit in the retrieve it. When she finds it, Hanako puts the chess piece down. It is a party, Haseo. Despite saying there was a slightly concerned edge to her voice, eventually. Bro, what if we just got Hanako addicted to getting drunk to solve her problems, bro? Oh, shit. She looks to be taking some small sips from the glass and letting the wine settle on her tongue before swallowing it. That's probably the best way to put it. For I ain't gonna lie, hand me the bottle. I'm taking the 3-second shot, for, and then I'm done for the whole night. Because I'm gonna smoke so much weed that on top of that, I'm gonna break myself. I hope your aunt is okay too, Lily. Lily and I are slightly taken aback by Hanako's forever to wish Lily well, despite her own familial suspicion. I'm a little bit scared. My, thank you both. I'm sure I'll convey your thoughts to my family when we get there. It'll be fine in the end, Lily. Don't worry about it. As the room's mood has become sullen. Well then, shall we start on the cake? Ah, give me that cake. Give me the cake. Pow, 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 pow. That's that cake. Type shit. Alright, everyone seems to welcome the distraction, so I retrieved the cake from my bag. Mixing wine and chocolate cake isn't something that I thought I would work with, none of us. Chocolate cake, red wine, and bad girls. Sorry, Lily, I didn't mean to make a mess. Sorry. Don't worry, I've got it. Lily reaches sideways and gently takes the fussing Hanako in her arms, giving her a pose. That's hot. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just happy you're here. That's hot. That's tough. That's hot. That's hot. Seeing the two of them likes me, make me appreciate the fact that I'm privy to such an intimate moment. Even Akira couldn't help but smile at the sight. Literally. They slowly break off from one another, Hanako regaining herself somewhat while I quickly get back to my right. Looks like you're enjoying the wine, then just don't go too crazy with it after this, though. We all duly nod and agree, but reminder feels a bit silly given that she's the one supplying underage people with alcohol. The second glass of wine goes down a lot quicker than before any of us noticed. The second bottle is empty while Akira is helping us finish. So Hanako looks like it to be equally hurt about it. Was this a good idea? I'm getting drunk with a bunch of bad, baddies, shot o'clock. Come on, so it's talk to me nicely. My head feels a little light. Yeah, this nigga drunk. You're nice and drunk. I don't know if it was Hanako's intentions to get this drunk, but it seems that the alcohol hit her all at once. She has a very light frame, something in which wouldn't help when handled with Pussilo either. Lily cradles her glass running through her fingers, her cheeks rosy. She's managing to avoid looking woefully drunk. Akira is, as I somewhat expected, largely unaffected. Her smile might be a little wider than before, though, maybe. Hanako suddenly hiccups and accidentally knocks over the door. I think I should go to bed. Thank you, Hiseo. Thanks, Lily and Akira. She saw her careless name pretty hard, barely avoiding breaking out into a giggle midway through. She's completely plastered, and I can't decide whether I should feel a little bad or not for being amused instead. It's really a bizarre thing to see her acting so carefree. It's a shame that it only happens when the alcohol's in the room. Hey, let me give you a hand. Akira begins to help Hanako out, but she's stopped when Lily gives a sharp, Hiseo, would you please? Akira looks a little surprised. I have to admit, I don't mind the request at all, let alone when it's said with such a smile. Sure, no problem. I pick up the chest set and help Hanako stand up. I do feel somewhat responsible for her, considering that other than Akira, I'm probably the most sober person in the room. She nurses the doll in one hand and offers me the other. Type shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit. Inside the room, I flick on the light. Hanako turns her attention towards the shelf on the dresser with the elegant doll sitting and staring at the glare room. There you go, you'll be safe in here. That shit is creepy. That shit's creepy. Satisfied that her doll's here, only two real possessions are safe, Hanako takes a step back and stands up, staggering severely. I step forward to catch her if need be, but she regains her balance without any help. Yo, we gotta talk about Akira, bro. Getting a bunch of kids drunk is crazy. Akira's black. Akira's a nigga. After a minute or two, she begins to sway a little side to side. It's very off-putting. Are you gonna be alright? Hanako raises her hand towards me as if she's only remembering that I'm also in the room. What's unexpected is that she takes two swipes and wraps her around my body, her head coming to my... Whoa. I can feel my heart beating as all of my senses... Yo, remember last time this happened, I died! Fuck! The smell of wine on her breath and the feeling of her fingers through my clothing, the scent of her hair underneath my chin. My hands remain out in front of me, not daring to touch her, with the temptation is there to hug her, to embrace her, to tell her. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You're good, bro. You're not wildin', Hanako. But I want to stay with you and Lily. It reminds me a bit of Misha. She probably wouldn't be pleased with me. You know I can't. You're a girl and I'm a guy, and after all, Lily needs to sleep. She gives a disappointed groan. It's so strange for her to act so forward. Don't worry, I'll see you again tomorrow, okay? I decide to rest a hand on her head to reassure her that as far as I'll allow myself to go in terms of physical contact with her while she's in this state. She's drunk. We're not going to take advantage of the drunk situation. Good dude. Good man. That's another perfect dab, nigga. Dab me up correctly. Nuzzles against my chest. It makes me feel all the more uneasy with the whole situation. As her arms tighten around my back, I quickly decide to bail out. I rest my hands on her shoulder and give her a firm, gentle push. Her grip tightens a little so that she eventually breaks up. I don't want you to go. Hanako, please. Akira and Lily are going to start thinking weird stuff if I take too long here. It's perfectly true, too. I really don't want to take any chances. I feel very uncomfortable right now. AKA, nigga, if she keeps applying pressure, I'm gonna bust. Let me repeat that again. If she keeps applying pressure, I'm going to bust. I shouldn't try to read anything in the way she's acting right now. I read that aside from alcohol, lowering inhibitions. Be a good dude and wait till she's sober and take it down. People can react to getting drunk in many different ways. That doesn't necessarily reflect their, Hanako hiccups again, looking right at a mess as she stands and looks downcast in the center of the room. Her personality changed as she drank more and more, and now I'm all alone in her room with me. Her previous brightness seems to have left her. Was she just acting upbeat? Even if she was, what could I possibly do for her since I do exactly the same thing in regards to my own condition? Distancing myself from the thoughts, I eventually managed to coral Hanako towards her bed, though her attempts to tame the wild sheets on the end of the list. Sorry about tonight, Hanako. I know you probably won't remember any of this, but happy birthday. I'm sorry I couldn't do more for you. She looks up at me for a moment. I have no idea what I said actually got through to her, but if any chance... I sigh in relief before quickly backing away from her, leaving the room, flicking the lights off as I go. I hesitate a little before opening the door to Lily's room again, quickly rehearsing what I should say if I get questioned about Hanako after a few seconds. I didn't do it! Tell them niggas I ain't R. Kelly! Akira's casually smiling as Lily is on. Is that you, Asayo? Yeah, I got Hanako to her bed. She's sleeping now. That's good. I have to admit, I hadn't thought she'd ever drink quite so much. Hey, it's fine. She's all safe and tucked up in bed now with the way she is. She awkwardly trails off through Lily, and I will hardly protest. For someone who's anxious and fearful, drinking would give an easy out for them constant feelings. Literally. If she took 4 blinkers and some shots, she'd be good. I think back to what I asked myself in town, my relationship with her. Is that one of a friend or is that of a friend and has only ever felt that way, but now I think I know why. Lily's been there for both Hanako and me since I first met her, but she's like that for everyone, trying to do her best to make them feel better. With that in mind, then where's the bond between me and Hanako? After rescuing our relationship following the panic attack I inadvertently triggered during class, I feel like we're back to being friends, but she's stuck in my mind more and more. I can't say I view any other girl in quite the same way, but maybe it's just a normal reaction to say something like this. Say Akira. She yawns before looking at me. It's getting pretty late. You know what happened with Hanako, don't you? Yeah, Lily told me. I negotiated pretty hard for a break so I could calm down and help her birthday a bit brighter. We get along pretty well. It's surprising to hear that from someone as extroverted as herself, but if Hakano came to know her through Lily, maybe she had to get used to Akira. And on that note, I'd better get going. I'm already a bit late. I see, but it's already so late. Sorry, we got a bunch of pet work dropped on us, so overtime. Be safe, ma. You haven't forgotten about the time for the flight and all the rest. Don't worry, I have everything ready. It's just a matter of packing when it gets closer to the time to leave. Atta girl. I'll see you guys later then. Your sister is something, alright. I should probably have thought that comment through before saying it regardless. You okay after all that drinking, not wasted and just hiding it well? I assure you, I'm quite well. I can moderate myself. You seem quite self-possessed as well. I do say so myself. Yeah, well, I guess your moderation applies to me as well. With a little hesitation, I take a seat at the table in front of Lily. I want to address this directly, if for no other reason to settle my own thoughts. I've been meaning to ask this, but it took me a while to make up my mind. Do you have any idea about what triggered the panic attack? I gathered it was something to do with her birthday, but I don't know anything else. Even Akira was really being careful around her, so I assume she knows as well. The birthday party is now well and truly over. To be honest, I'm not sure all of the details myself. Hanako told you that she was in the house fire. She told me as much. After we met, we spent a lot of time together. Other than that, she quite simply never told me. She never told you. Assuming the worst, that what does she have to look back upon? A life of isolation and possibly even the death of her family? Maybe even going as far as blaming herself for these ifs. Even thinking about what little I know about Hanako's past is bleak. To have lived through all that and to live with those memories, I can see her rebuild at least some of her composure before my eyes. I get the feeling both of us are talking more frankly than we might otherwise do thanks to the wine, but it feels like just talking this out is a good thing anyway. I'll just put it like that. What can I possibly do for her? I'm not wholly sure I should tell you this, but Hanako told me that you visited her the day after we both went to check on her. I must admit, I did not predict she would take such a step so quickly after what happened, nor did I expect you to. What you trying to say? I think it was a nice gesture on your part. It wasn't much, really. It's just at times like this, I sometimes think it would be better if we had never had to leave Yamaku, or at least this town. Things are much easier without others around. I didn't expect Lily to look quite so troubled by what I said. For a while, she looks lost in thought. She moves to speak, but stops herself as soon as she does and rethinks it's a bit off-putting. Tell me, do you have anything planned for Friday evening? Friday evening, no. Is it your flight for Scotland the next day? I don't think it would be a good idea to tie yourself before you... It'll be alright. I'll do this tomorrow evening, but I imagine Hanako will be feeling rather off for a while. The thought of how she's going to be tomorrow makes me grimace. Maybe we should count our blessings that she didn't end up simply throwing up from drinking so much while having such low tolerance. Well, I'm going to be able to attend whatever you are planning. What is it? Nothing unusual, I assure you, just a little excursion. And you'd be better off, you say. Oh, I can't imagine it's long until curfew. Oh, damn curfew, I completely forgotten. I look at the clock next to Lily's bed. It seems to be some oddity without written numerals, which I suppose makes sense given Lily's condition. Not wanting to risk a haughty security patrol giving me a scolding, I get up and decide to go to my dorm as she says. Well then, I guess I'll see you in Hanako, assuming the both of you manage to get up in the morning. Thank you for your concern, Hisayo. Until then. With that, I make my way out to the hallway. The hammering of a fist against the door feels like a nail me once, twice, 3 times. I let out a long, annoyed breath and bear it. Pretty damn awful. My face feels like it's cast out. Right, nigga, oh god. Nigga, who waking me up and I just got drunk? Ah! I was sick, that much is true. It's just reasons for this. I have to hide. Confident I can get by with a tactical omission of certain truths. I stride into the classroom to do my best to appear normal. The instant I open the door and take a single step, I can feel Dustin's eyes looking at me. My eyes take a quick sweep around the class. I spar Hanako. We make eye contact momentarily before she looks down and stares at the hard desk. Did she spill the beans? You two may be okay as far as teachers go, but underage drinking on campus is not exactly. You two feeling better today? Yeah, thank you. He motions for me to take a seat. My legs feeling like sticks as they carry me there. It's just. Well, hello there, Hee-chan. It's nice to see you again today. A grimace turns towards the unmistakable voice coming. What the fuck is up with her face? Move away from me. Hi, Shizune, Misha. You, look happy to see me. Not feeling well yesterday, Hee-chan? No, I wasn't, but I'm feeling better now, at least. That's good to know. Why do I even feel like Shizune is leading me into the trap? You sound like you're not being completely serious. Oh no, Hee-chan, we're genuinely pleased that you're all better now. Shizune is possibly overflowing with happiness. There's only one reason she could be, oh no. In fact, we were quite worried about you after all. You, Akano, and Lily were all absent from class on the same day. Yep, she's got us so thoroughly that all I can do is sign defeat. I guess you have your own theory about this. You could kind of not tell anyone. It's a bit late for that, Hee-chan. I suppose she's right considering the looks that I get in the entire class still. Akano's face sinks a little further. Such attention is troublesome enough for me, let alone her. Going by Shizune and Misha's reaction, I think they noticed this as well. The only reason we're giving you such a hard time is that you ignored us yesterday morning. That was you two? It was, and you left us there for ages after we'd taken all the effort of coming to the dormitory early in the morning. Sorry, I was having a problem with nausea. And not buying it, I can't blame it. Shizune's head is in resignation before she reaches into her pocket. Something white and yellow. This is what we were trying so hard to give you, Hee-chan. Iwakano. I stare at the envelope for a moment before suddenly remember that there are people around me. There's a very strange, somewhat invasive feeling about their expressions. I kind of wanted to be alone right now. Iwakano. It's nothing. Thanks for bringing me this. I should think so after we went through it to get it to you. I step back and say my goodbyes. Misha theoretically pouts even as I go towards the door, but Shizune, whatever. Her handwriting looks vaguely familiar. What? Not much more than an update on the state of things going on in her life. My old class had a good start to the school year, but it ends on a very personal, if brief note. It feels a bit like she wrote most of the letter just to try and soften the blow from the ending. I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I really am sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most. Even though I like you so much, at least now I can finally be more honest. If I could go back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. You managed to get back on. What? I hadn't held on to any illusions that it could ever begin anew. That last time she visited me, neither of us said anything except for one word. She said, "Goodbye." This feels more final than capstone experiment. A loud shout draws my eyes from away from the letter. Are you okay? Hey, look, Yuko. Oh, hello, Yuko. Thought you'd be in the library. Mind if I sit here? Sure, go ahead. What's up, Yuko? The lush lawns and the clear blue skies. Yeah, all that. Hey, Hisayo. You didn't answer my question from before. I wasn't going to say anything, but you still look troubled. If you don't want to say anything, that's okay, but I don't mind at all. I'm so sorry. I'm asking you something strange. Nah, I don't mind. I got a letter from someone I knew before I came to Yamaku. It made me think about some things. I thought I managed to get over most of my problems at the incident. I don't think that's good, Hishayo. When my boyfriend left me, he did so very suddenly and never let me know why. At first, I was very depressed about it, but I decided to forgive him. You forgive him? Could he at least have talked properly about it with you? He was always one of those people that found it difficult to come across others. In the end, I decided that I fell in love with him for a reason. He was a good person, and I think if I had been in his position, I would probably have found it just as hard to try and talk to him. I don't really see the connection to the letter I got. I mean that, how should I put this? It must have been very hard for that person to send that letter. If they did, I think they must have thought very hard of exactly what to say. Avocado managed to write this letter and bring a final close to our relationship, something that I've never managed to do. Whereas here I am trying to protect and help Hanako as best I can, especially with Lily leaving for a while, and I'm not even able to deal with my own problems. Does that make sense? She's taking my no response and furrowed my brows of doubt. Yeah, that makes sense. The letter was just kind of a shock reality. Really, I think I tried to fool myself into thinking that my life was reset when I came into Yamaku, but now I'm suddenly aware that it didn't. I'm at a bit of a loss. I think something I could really help you with. Sorry. It's fine. I think being able to talk with you helped me get things sorted out a bit better in my head, so thank you anyway. It's the same to see so highly strung often. She nods and smiles sweetly. Yuko is a nice girl, so it's a shame she's so highly strung so often. I was supposed to be back before the bell. Oops. She jumps off the bitch and almost races without a second word. I'll see you later. He say, yo, cheer up, okay? W Yuko. W Yuko. W Yuko. W Yuko for sure. Nigga, we clapped 10 hours. We clapped 10 hours, cuz. We clapped 10 hours, cuz. I'm not gonna lie though, cuz. Unfortunately, that is where we gotta end this shit, man. 3 hours 42 on this recording, bro. Come on, cuz. This shit goes on for 100 hours plus. It has to. So we gonna catch y'all in the next episode, bro. Bizzle gotta be about this bitch. It's all love, though, bro.